All right, what is up? We are back. How we doing tonight? Last minute here, but we're here. What's up, Void? Welcome in. How's it going? How you doing? What's up, Brock? Me? How are you guys doing tonight? Should probably go farm, even though I don't want to. The zoo was great. Thank you for asking. I was pleasantly surprised with how well my son did the whole time. We were there from like 9:30 in the morning till like 3:30, which is an insane amount of time. No worries, Rock Me. Hope you have a better rest of the evening moving forward, my friend. No worries at all. Yeah, so we had a long day at the zoo. Did an Easter egg hunt at the zoo. So he got a big bag of candy, and I think that propelled him through the day with the other kids that were there, so it was good. All things considered, I was actually quite impressed with how well the day went. I was expecting pure chaos with that many kids. What's up, Savak? Welcome in. How's my day going? Very good. One of those days where you just get a lot done, and it feels good. So it makes streaming at the end of the day even better, because now I'm like, although I'm just playing a game, this is also like productive time for me, so now it's like icing on the cake. I like cleaned the whole house, got a bunch of work done, did a bunch of little projects that I've been putting off for let's say a minute. As we all do sometimes, you know. I swear one went over the edge, but I don't see where it went. I wish this didn't zoom in as much. Or I could zoom out. Or you can't. But I can't zoom closer. I want to zoom out more. What's up, chap? A bag of candy to a 3-year-old is like second and third wind. Yeah. Like, it was, in the moment, it felt like this is a really poor decision to let him have all this candy. But then, for some reason, he just propelled on. And so did most of the other kids. So I was like, deal. They had a great time. He had like one minor meltdown because he got pushed by a kid and fell down and scraped his knee, but like that wasn't his fault. So I was like, pretty freaking solid day. He was the like best behaved kid. He just like sat in a stroller and was eating everyone's snacks, so he was as happy as could be. But he lived it up. It was fun. Very, very fun. I love the zoo, so for me it was a good time as well. And it was like a beautiful day. And if you don't know Portland, Oregon, this time of year it's always crappy and rainy. And we got like a 70 degree and sunny day. Like, best weather you could ever hope for at the Portland Zoo. So it was like all the stars aligned, it felt like. How's it going, chap? Tour our stuff? Nah. Busy weekend, though. That was the hard part, though. It's such a long weekend. It's like 3.5-hour drive to get there. Then we're staying with family, so that's exhausting in its own way. So, long weekend. Happy to be home. Very, very happy to be home. And doing Easter at my wife's family's house with all of her family. There's a lot of people. They're fun, but it's just a lot of people and a long day leaving, driving 3.5 hours. It was a little bit more, actually, from their house because they're even further away. So our good weather was miserable here in the Northeast. Yeah, we've had some this whole winter. Because I live in a ski town, as I'm sure everyone knows at this point. But it is like, it feels like it's been late spring all year round. Like, we have gotten almost no snow. And we have gotten, it was 75 degrees today. Literally 75 degrees today. Breezy on your trip to the dentist, sunny and 70. I mean, hey, sunny and 70. Can't go too wrong with that. I could have used a little bit of a breeze. I got cooked at the zoo. Ready for warm weather? Yeah. We've had it all year. It's kind of crazy. Just so used to, like, snow all winter, and we just haven't gotten hardly any. Even the days I've gone up skiing have been, like, super sunny, like, spring days in the middle of winter. Which is, like, not the worst, but I am very fearful that this summer is going to be horrific. And just, like, so... We had a lot of fires. Like, a lot of fires in our area. And so I'm nervous that we're just going to get, like, horrible fires this summer. Do that. Did you throw it? But could be worse. Hoping to get some, like, mini split AC units installed this pretty soon here. Because we just use, like, the tube window ones or whatever, like floor mount units with the tube to the window. Which are, like, decent, but they're not great, and they're not very fun when you get smoke. They're actually quite miserable when you get smoke. Because they just suck in smoke and then blow it into your house. Hot and humid like every summer is your expectation for here. I would take hot and humid for right now. Welcome in, K Newsby. Hopefully I didn't utterly butcher that. Hope you're having a good night. We have very dry weather where I live, so as soon as summer hits, it's just like everything catches on fire. Which is the worst. Because our summers are amazing if there's no smoke. We have such good weather. Not good weather, though, if you dislike smoke. Which no one likes smoke. At least not that kind of smoke. Sorry, one sec. I want to make sure my Twitch things are set up properly. I think everything's on right, but double check. Yes. Forgot if I set this up or not. Yeah, we're good. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. I also got the new emotes on the roll. So our new emotes are gonna be, thanks to our very generous donation last week. We have the, for some reason I can't remember the name or like what the meme is, but it's the one where Patrick's sitting with the board nailed to his head holding the hammer, because like is that not the perfect, that's the perfect emote for this stream. It's just, it's to build perfect. So we're doing that, but it'll be Timber, the logo, the Timber Builds logo, like the little Timber, like some of our other emotes. Yes, Void, thank you, man. And then we are also doing Pinhead Larry and Dirty Dan, but as Timber as well. So we'll see how that one works out. It's a little difficult to like choose which ones to use that work for this stream, because like I don't want to just like make SpongeBob emotes and just copy them. Like I want them to be of the like the brand, you know. I'll get you on the Rip-a-Pack and stuff here in a second, Ducky. I want them to fit the channel and like the emotes we already have going. So it's like I'm trying to think through like which ones I want to do, how I want to do them. But I think the Pinhead Larry Dirty Dan one could be pretty funny. Is mayonnaise a building material? Yeah, that'd be a good one too. There's so many options. So many options. And then Since they were like 40 bucks or so to get the emotes made, I also wanted to do a fun one since we have so much Pokemon stuff going on the channel recently, that I'm going to do like a Pokeball with a gold card behind it and like a gotta catch 'em all emote as well for all the gold cards, since that is also kind of a fun way to fit grounded as well. So those are the current ones we're getting added. And we will continue adding more as I come up with good ideas. But it's always like looking... There's a couple of them that I'm like, oh, I love the like chocolate. Like, chocolate? Chocolate? Or water. Like, I love those. But I was like, how do we make that fit with the theme of the channel and stuff? So I don't know. Some of them are kind of difficult to like translate into an emote with the Timber logo or like the dog. So we'll see. I kind of have to, these are kind of test runs to see how this, because I use Fiverr for everything. We'll see.
I remember when they first invented it.
I always hated it. Yeah, I love that one. I love that one. But they're also like, they're so small that I'm always like, will this translate to an emote? Is always the question I have. Dogs shouldn't have chocolate. True. That is true. Sweet, sweet chocolate. But some of them just don't like they work great as like a saying. Where they like some of them, maybe I need to do like, if I ever got a stream deck to do more like soundboard type stuff, that might be better for some of them, because some of them as like an emote don't really translate very well. Because you're like, how do you do chocolate without like writing chocolate on it, and then it's small and no one can really read it. And so it's always kind of like trying to figure out which is gonna work best for an emote. But then it would be fun eventually to get a stream deck and do some sounds, which a lot of them I think would work a lot better for that. Timber, you got a treat. Could you sit? Could you sit? Could you put your face in the camera so everybody could see you, cutie? Yeah, good boy. You can have another one in 30 minutes. What's up, a thief? Welcome in. Timber dancing one. That could work. That could be something. There's just so many options. It's like, it's never ending. He is a good boy. He's a very good boy. Now he's going to sit here because he's like, I want another one. Another one. I had to make it 2 redemptions, Timber. I'm sorry. Sorry for making you wait. But we got to share the love so everyone gets an option. Ooh, ooh, a piece of candy. Oh, let's go. I got the charm. What? Let's go. The luck continues. You see a hint of a mustache coming back? The wife has given me the okay, y'all. And what's even scarier is she said she wants me to try to grow a beard. So now we're going full beard. I guess. Which is, I've never grown a beard before, so it could be quite bad. Could be quite bad. It's going to take a minute. The mustache is going to come back no problem. But the beard is going to lag behind something serious. But, you know, we're bringing it back, so I'm happy. No, I'm not in the PTB yet. We are patiently waiting. Sorry, one sec. Yeah, we're bringing it back. Right by. Got him. I've always wanted to grow a beard, so now it's like, but I don't know if I can grow a beard. That's the real question, is it ever gonna grow, or is it just gonna be some stubbly randomness? Full Omni-Man mustache at the moment. You have a wedding this weekend after that full beard mode? Hey. Love to hear it. Joining the club. It always helps when, like, we just did the whole family thing, and now I'm not going to see any of my family for a while. My parents are going out of town for a month, like, so I have no one to see. I'm not going on any calls or anything for work. Like, I can look like a goofball for a little bit, because that's what I'm fully expecting the beard to look like for a little bit. So we'll see. Been watching you since your post-mustache era, so I can't even picture you with facial hair. That's so funny, because everyone else is like, the mustache, we need it back. I had it for four years, so it felt really weird shaving it, honestly. Not that I dislike it, but I don't dislike not having the beard or the mustache. It's just, it was just a part of me, you know? Where did these go? There it is. Like I am blind. Oh, I went far. Oops. See ya. Little beard oil to tame the mane. Yeah, I'm definitely. When I told my wife that I should do some beard oil and like conditioning stuff, she was like, "Oh wait, that's really smart. You should definitely do that and then go full beard." It's like, well, say less. Bet. And like your dad growing a beard after your whole life of him with just a mustache. That's hilarious. My son is like, I'm just happy he never had a problem with me shaving the mustache, because he only knew me with a mustache. He was totally fine with it. Pokemon, yeah, I got it, Ducky, don't worry. I was just trying to get back to the base before I do it. I always see it. Try to spread out. You used all the redemptions at once, so, you know, like, trying to give it a little bit of space. I also like to wait for Alfredo to be here, because a big reason I did the pack openings was for him. But I had my friends pick out the pack we're opening tonight, so we're opening something a little more fun than the last couple packs we've opened, so that'll also be interesting. Crazy. I got a lot of pine cone. Dad accidentally shaved his mustache once. One of your friends told him to grow it back because white guys. Love it. I mean, I do miss it. I do miss it. Oops. What is happening? I don't want Obsidian support. Thank you. Well, I do, but not right now. I'm interested to see how fast it grows back, too. It's only been a day. I essentially didn't shave yesterday. We got it. Well, it's going to take a minute to get it back. Good things come to those who wait, Ducky. Get the other two. And if you know Ducky, he has no chill. Well, I hope we get the update soon, though. I know they got a lot of things to fix, but Yeah. I am hoping we get the update next week. If we got it on the 14th, I could survive. If we have to wait longer than the 14th, I'm going to be sad. I'm very ready for the new build stuff. Very, very, very ready. Need that, like, infusion of new items to keep me going. Yeah, the lag I've seen is pretty bad. And at least it is in a future patch that the lag, like the FPS drops around bases, is like it's on their list of things, so. That is at least good news. That they figured out that it's a problem and they're gonna fix the lag around bases. That's about the major thing I've seen with building right now, is that everyone's FPS around player-made structures is quite bad. Which is expected. It seems to always happen. Posted a request a bit earlier. You might have missed it. What was that? What was the request? Oh, that you needed to... I read it in my head and then missed it because Ducky did everything. Request a delay of showing your base. You had a lot of things after sharing your world, then download a PTB, and the only thing I can't do is build... Yeah. No, all good, all good. As of right now, we're not going to do any base tours until the update anyways. So it's perfect. It works out great. But there's like two or three people that are currently on the PTB that are on the list. So it's like we can't do their bases even if we wanted to. And then we have mostly just Ducky's Playgrounds world. So it's like we don't have a whole lot of stuff to view at the moment anyways, but we'll see. Hopefully, similar to the last major update, we had a bunch of bases kind of... People reach out for base reviews right after the update. They would make bug carcasses despawn eventually. It feels like they do, or it's intended that they do, but they just don't. One of Hyperdog streams that I found the new banner dupe, and it's cool that he found it too because more people should know about it. And he got mad, and I was like, I found it first. Was he mad? Was he mad though? I mean, he got that crazy ant glitch, so you know there's that. All right. So, for Ducky's pack tonight, we're opening up Destined Rivals, which is way more fun. He also, I wouldn't say he's mad-ish. I think he exudes a lot of energy. So we have a more fun pack to open tonight. Since all we've opened so far is Journey Together, and that's not like a super exciting set since there's really only one card you can hit that's like any good. Like another camera for this, but that's not happening. Torchic. Can't stand Rotom. Milotic. You guys can even see these. Ooh, we're dropping things. Nothing. We got cooked. That's okay, though. Now I get to give my friend crap for having no luck. It's his fault. No, I don't think there's a Snorlax in this set. Or at least not like a cool Snorlax. The top hit in Destined Rivals is a... Team Rocket's Mewtwo, which is sick. I would have lost it if we pulled that. How do you know which ones are valuable? There's an entire market. You can like look up the cards to know like what the market value is. But essentially, like back in the day, cards looked like this. So like this back in the day was a valuable card essentially. So normal card, holographic, on the main part of the card, then not as valuable. But the second best thing was a reverse hollow. So the card itself is hollow. The inside, the like picture frame, is not. Now they do full arts, so the entire card is colored of some way. So a card like this. This is currently the most valuable card I have in my collection. The lighting wasn't so bad. That's like a $400 card. And I pulled this sick card. I have a decent amount of like $20 and $30 cards, but that Victini, full art, SIR, and then this Lucario card, like fighting the Venusaur. Those are like my top 2 cards as of right now. But a lot's changed in cards over the years. Remember collecting them when you were young and just no holographic? Yeah, it's totally different world. The card art is like seriously freaking cool though. They have a whole series of cards that make huge scenery. Yeah, they've got some really sick. The artwork is just like through the roof. It's so freaking cool now. The Mega Lucario though, fire. Yeah. I've been very lucky. My friends and I do a rip every few months where we open 50 to 100 packs. Just we like slowly collect for 3 or 4 months. And then we open them up. And the first rip we did, I pulled that Victini. And then the last rip we did, I pulled that Lucario, which is such a sick card. But then the last rip, one of my friends pulled the new Charizard from Phantasmal Flames, which I was like, so sick. And then his brother a week later pulled it as well. And I was like so freaking jealous. And then one of them also pulled the gold Charizard, which was pretty sick too. But he was chasing the other one, but he got it, so it was good. He has a few hollow Magic cards, all pretty old. Wonder if Magic has full arts too. I don't know if it does. I know very little about Magic. They do Magic the Gathering though. If there's a possibility in the future in Magic the Gathering, I've never played. I've never had any interest collecting it or anything. But there is some SpongeBob cards that are like so. It's so tempting to spend like $200-300 to get these frickin' SpongeBob cards because I'm so ridiculous. And it's like, it's so tempting. Someone in my town was selling a like full graded set for like $3,000, like all nines and a couple tens or something like that. It was like the most complete full graded set. And I was like, that's too much money. But I am very tempted to buy the SpongeBob Magic the Gathering card set that they have because it's pretty fucking hilarious. Excuse my language. I've been a potty mouth. Got a Lego Tron Light cycle. It's really cool. Interesting. My brain is all over the place. It's been a long day. I know. I apologize, Ducky. I hung out with my brother-in-law this weekend, and filter goes out the window. He's not played in years, but he played to win back in the day. Not exactly a collector. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Where is my build chest? Chew some orbit, right? Where is my build chest? I don't even know where it is. I'm like struggling to find it. I put it somewhere, but where? Where did we put it? What the heck? It's gone. I've lost my build stuff. Oh no. Am I just losing it? Oh, there it is. Alright, there we go. I mean, the majority of people here are adults and don't really care, but I do try to keep it PG. I know I have way too many chests. It's a problem. It is a serious problem. Okay, so I kind of had an idea but I'm not sure how it's gonna work yet. So we will see. Don't clip it, Ducky, you goof. That's the opposite of what I need you to do. We need to delete all evidence. F4. I want to do like a chandelier thing, but I'm not sure how it's going to go. The experimentation? Yeah, exactly. It is your idea. Yes, yes. I just want to like... I want something epic in the middle of this. But it's going to take a little finagling to figure out how I want to do it. Because I like the whole thing we have going here. And I'm not 100% sold on the back of this, but I do like the idea of like some struts like all over the place. But so I'm thinking of potentially like bringing some off-grid pieces so we can do like an angle to each corner or something like that, and sort of like a rotated cross sort of thing, or like more of a plus sign, not a cross. But I'm still figuring that out in my head. How we want to do that. You can make them flout. What's up, Knowledge? How's it going? You mean float? I mean, I'm assuming I can just make them float with the normal off-grid technique. Is the current plan. We'll see. You open that centerpiece and make it wider. That might look cool. You're saying these? Like, make them wider? Oh, no. I've fallen and I can't get up. Thank you, Knowledge. Thank you. I'm just, like, kind of experimenting. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. You're saying this? Or you're saying this? Open the centerpiece and make it wider. Sort of like over here or something. Or just this thing. Wider. The columns? Or the... It kind of looks like a tiki face sort of thing. It kind of looks like some creepy face right now. I don't know. Could be set into a stem pillar hanging from the ceiling to make it hang. I'm kind of thinking of something. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but that is semi the idea, I think, that I want. Okay, we need lingonberry. Break our ankles. And black ants. I also got all of this organized. Over the last couple days, so that's nice. The tiki face, yeah. It needs something. I don't like how it looks like a face currently, so that's like part of the issue. So it might just need to be bigger. Or I'm kind of thinking more like cool spiky things behind this or something. Like maybe just get rid of this top part. It's like doing a little too much right now. Doing a little too much. Can't share any more worlds right now. Your MP has been broken for like 6 weeks. Now can't share. Open an MP or see friends work. Interesting. No worries. We got time. Oh, okay. Those were supported by that. Good to know. How does Max still have knees? Dude, he's toast. He's going to be destroyed when he's an old man. Need a walker. Use the cutout floor. The cutout floors spikes out to use to hold it up. Interesting. Kind of think that through. I already like that more, honestly. That actually looks much better already. Maybe those come down, but I also kind of like those being spiky. Kind of reminds me of some of the old stuff we did, I think. Make it look more like Sauron's helmet, from Lord of the Rings. Be interesting. But I'm also contemplating that it might connect up or something too to these upper areas. Think we will get windows back? What do you mean windows back? Did we have windows? Yeah, Lord of the Ring vibes. That's definitely better. Definitely more what I was hoping for. Like epic throne sort of, but without the throne. Is what I'm thinking at the moment. Okay, so this would need... Ooh. I'd have to put these on last. My torch. My knees don't break, but my torch does. Alright, we'll put those on last. Since they aren't important yet. You still put these down when they're built? Oh, yeah, you can. Nice. Perfect. I really wish you could put these upside down. That would be the dream. But I don't think that's happening. I'm not hopeful. At all. With that being an option. Might need to... Let's see. Might have to build this floor one lower to get this to do what I want. Yeah, I think so. A mushroom. Make something like your enshrouded water tower going up at the top of your tower, so every stage you make, you can see it. That's, I guess, in a way, a thief that is very similar. So the floors you're seeing here will probably not exist. I'm currently just using those as like structural pieces to get it built, and then we'll make everything float through the center. But if you can see the edge that we have here will most likely go through the whole thing to the top. A little bit smaller scale, of course, compared to the Enshrouded build, but that's kind of exactly what I'm thinking. Like a central atrium type space throughout this whole thing, so you can see from the crafting area to the Hall of Heroes to the museum to the art museum to the armory to the like so on and so forth. Etc. etc. A little less planning, though, of course, but yeah. I definitely had the Enshrouded build better planned out. Acid Shroom Blunts. Great name. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Okay, so then... get one of these. One of these. Nice elevator exit. Thank you. Moves? How's it going? Yeah, we got the triple elevator here. You like this? I'll show you the whole thing. I cannot take full credit for this. Felix from the channel is the mastermind behind the multi-elevator system. But you got one elevator that goes up to the first level. Another elevator that goes up to the next level. And then the last one will go up to the next series of levels. But then you can also hop on, like at any different level, you can hop on these to get to the next areas as well. Total pain in the rear end to get this built, but it works. We also have this one that's going to get us to a different level as well. So they're like, they stop and can go to different levels. Yes, I am on PC currently. Yes. Why are you being silly? Look away. Look away, oops. Can't know this secret tech. You can't break this. I need this. We need more floors. Don't let them take my off-grid, please. I need it. No, we're going down. If you break my off-gridding, I'll cry. I will be a very unhappy timber. Have you had lag from any builds? My previous build is very, very laggy, I would say. This one has not been bad, which is a fairly large build so far. We have a lot of detail work, but it has not been bad yet. I think if I've noticed anything in terms of like lag from builds, a large amount of pallets definitely seems to have an effect on lag, because my previous base had a ton of filled pallets. That one's pretty bad. But other than that, not too bad. You want to start a mega base? I'd say do it. It's quite fun. It's a great, especially in early access, it's a really, really fun way to fill the time in between updates and stuff. Keeps you busy while you're waiting for content. Where'd my chest go? There it is. Do I not have any pebbles in here? What a rip. Some of the most painful things to farm for this build so far, it's almost always lint, really. Outside of lint, I don't really think there's nothing that's felt too bad other than lint. But once you get going, the lint's not that bad. It's just like one of those things you just have to stay on top of. If you forget to farm lint, you run out very quick. If you constantly farm it, then it feels like you always can have enough. I mean, like, we have a decent amount of burr flooring here. Like, if you're really looking at everything, there's a lot of lint in the chests, a lot of lint in the floors, a lot of lint in the other. I mean, there's lint everywhere for this stuff. Pumpkin and mushroom are really easy. Pine cone, I would say pine cone has been a big one. Pretty much pine cone and lint currently. Clean this mess up. Construction workers not doing their job. Gonna build on top of the hot dog cart. We've actually seen a really cool build up there. It's a very fun spot. I'm going up the wrong elevator. You prepare, the bases are not too difficult. Yeah, I would tend to agree. Why is this not lifting like I want it to do? No. Pulled the floor out right from under me. How often does lint spawn in game? I think it's like 5 days-ish. Something like that. I know it was 100% 5 in-game days in the previous game. But I think it's right around 5 days. How you mix the mushroom and pumpkin bricks looks really nice. Yeah, I really like them together. That has been like one of my favorite additions so far, is having the ability to do to have a combination of bricks with mushroom. Especially since we don't have ash cement yet. Got it. Floating, it was not hard. but it may be hard to redo. Well, I need easy to redo. There we go. Now we can do this right. Not a good way to tell if this is very centered is the struggle. So we need, this is gonna suck, to get another one placed. Or maybe what we do is center this. I can't see this thing. Gotta get the other one out of the way so I can actually see what I'm doing. Finally about to drive home from work. What's up, Grim? How's it going? See some implementation of the gloom shroom as some sort of dye mix for walls. Yeah, like some glowing walls would be freaking amazing. I would absolutely love some glowing walls. Is that kind of even? A little more this way. Like a little more that way. It's hard to tell how much those are lining up. Oh, a hair. Just a skosh. Just sort of like randomly trying to use some of these pieces to see how well these are lined up currently. About the best way to do it. Been slightly too much, or that was the wrong way? That was the wrong way. Oops. That was just back to where it was before. Close, but no cigar. Alright, that's good. So then, what I'm thinking is we move this stuff out of the way. So I can actually see what I'm doing. Just a hair more. Get out of your head? Yeah. Can I go outside for a sec? What do you mean? I'm not touching grass. Who do you think I am? That's right. If you want me to copy what you're doing, just like make a clip of it. It's too hard to follow things through chats, if I'm being honest. But then yeah, you guys picking up what I'm putting down? Are we seeing the vision here? Are you seeing it? Can you feel it now, Mr. Krabs? Can you feel it now, Mr. Krabs? This is the struggle. Is there's too many SpongeBob. There's too many SpongeBob references. All right, it's not a swastika, Ashley. Why'd you have to ruin it? Why'd you have to ruin it like that? Gosh dang it. Well, you're seeing things that I'm not putting down, dang it. It won't be. We'll make it not a swastika, I promise. Gosh dang it. I have a cool idea. It's gotta be ruined. At least I really hope that this does not end up looking like it when we're done, because it will have to start all over. Oh no. Ashley, you took my ignorance is bliss. I was just like, look, this could be a really cool pattern, and then ruined it. Soiled it. Yeah, the Buddhist symbol. Yeah. See? It's about peace, harmony. Yeah, like it will like only look like this from the top, which we're gonna cover anyways. You know, like that's gonna get covered, so it's fine. It's fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be okay. Yeah, like it looks just kind of like a spirally thing. That's what we're going for. Totally ruined it. It's all right. The German heritage, no. I'm Swedish. All right, I'm Swedish. I promise. I am about every kind of white there is, though. There is a lot of white in me. That is 100% accurate. There is a lot of white. So, can we now move these? Stack? Didn't know those stacked. No! No, madman, no! Stop it. Stop it now. What have we done? Oh no, we're doomed. It's like a claw, okay? It's like a claw. A claw. The claw is law. We can fix this. We can fix this. Just bear with me. Bear with me. If we add enough detail, we can get past this. Promise. Trust. You've ever trusted me. Trust me now. Claw determines who will go and who will stay. Exactly. The claw. The chosen one. Get these out of the way so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Totally looks like blades in a blender. Yeah, exactly. See, it's like more of a kaleidoscope effect, you know. You guys know. We can detail this out. We can make this work. We can do it. The magic conch. Yes, we may not be able to change the interpretation of people who have already seen it, but we can change the interpretation of people who will only see it as a swastika now. We can at least do that, right? And it can be misinterpreted during the process. There's plenty of faith you'll turn this into something amazing. Yeah. Thank you, Villain. Thank you. The Unimind. Oh, door. Hold the door. Hold the door. Such a sad episode, but also, what a life. Imagine your whole life coming down, everything that happened in your life coming down to holding a door. Your entire existence is to hold a door. What a life. What a destiny. What a freaking destiny. One can try. No, do or do not. There is no trying, okay? Can we place these things in here now? That's the question. Like... yeah, they're not going to be centered, so... I do actually need to build this out, and then we're going to have to make these float. I think. Went on there for a second in the right spot. No, you can do it. Oh, there it is. It's possible. It's possible. You could add like 100 of these things in every direction. Are the arrow signs above the elevator chutes? There are. There are. We're one step ahead of you. Dang it. Build in creative before survival? Nope, this is all on the spot. We make it up as we go. Yep. We have our beautiful arrows right above it. We tried using these, but they don't currently work. But yeah, we made these like light up arrow signs. I thought about doing like each individual one, but like they all go up and then these go down on the sides, so we did this instead. Boom. Worship build is coming along extremely well, loving all the progress, and thanks for sharing the journey. Of course. Thanks for being here to hang out with me while I do it. It's the best part. Getting to share the fun with people. You guys get all the funny inside stuff that people who only see the tour videos at the end don't get to see. Oop, there it is. One of the most epic reveals in a long time. See, it looks right now. Right, Ashley? I think we're heading in the right direction. We're salvaging. We're salvaging. Kind of thinking more along the lines of like, do we have any Stranger Things fans in here that, or not Stranger Things? Funnily enough, the just talking about Hodor, Game of Thrones, where they have like the spiraling body parts, or the, what are the undead called? Why can I not think tonight? Words and things, you know. Like crazy spiraling thing. Sort of what I'm thinking. We'll see. We'll see how it all comes together. You never really know till it happens. White Walkers. There we go. Thank you. Wasn't working, then it worked. Sorry for spelling my name wrong. Did you? I didn't even notice. So you're good. You're good. Oh, acid shrooms. Okay, okay. Don't believe does. He's just naturally creative. I mean, I don't know if we could say naturally creative. I mean, I'm a fairly creative person, but a lot of it just comes with way too much time in this game. All right. Yeah, see, that doesn't read like what we were worried about. Right? It's totally different now. See, believe in the process. Believe in the process. This will be part of the chandelier. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah. But also like support system. I don't know, a lot of things. A lot of things and stuff. Because we need like some sort of central piece throughout the whole thing. So I kind of want it to be it's got like chandelier for a lower level, but then like detail piece for an upper level, I guess. It's one of the best parts of building. Half the reason it takes a while for me. I always see something to add or connect. Yeah, it's always a process for sure. Okay, so I'm wondering paths. I'm hoping that we can come over here, not use the dandelion tuft. Almost at day 1000. Holy cow. That's insane. The question is, will these support these? That's what I'm nervous about. Guess you never know until you try. They will not. They will not. Okay. Back to the drawing board. It was a good try. It was a good try. I just lost all that lingonberry too. Bummer. Literally every piece of it. No, no. We got lots though. We're okay. We're okay. Everything's gonna be fine. Used to give me the pine cone back, I guess. Could be worse. And ant legs. We got the ant parts. Cool. The mind flare, yeah, that too. Like it looks like a mutated set of chicken legs. Oh no. Is that better? Is that better? I don't know yet. I'm also kind of thinking of like connecting it into the walls and stuff, and then like chandelier will kind of hang down below in these like pillars almost. But I'm interested to see you move, sir, how these line up, which they're not going to line up amazing, but that's kind of the made our bed and we're sleeping in it. Could you go anywhere else? Anywhere else? Out of my way, please. Build the floor first as a blueprint, then place the chairs. Alright, that might be it. That might be it. We'll see. We'll see if Chap's tech is real. Worst part is getting these stinking things placed right. Now. Like crow's feet, yeah, a little bit, a little bit. I think we'll diversify these so they don't look like feet either, though. Send me a link, okay. How far along in the story am I? We have done everything to date. We are not in the PTB, so we haven't done any of the beat the heat stuff yet. Not yet, at least, but very excited. What if... Okay, no. Still a no. We'll figure this out. I could save. Yes, I could do that as well. It's the Grim Tech, you can't take credit. True. He's got all the tech. Doesn't want to work for me, though. I haven't looked at your tech yet, though. That's why. Too much tech. Alright, let's see. Sorry, I'm watching a video from Ducky real quick. See what happens. Old. It's your tech unless it doesn't work. True. I like the way you think. I don't even know how that works. What? Build floor, then build chairs, then remove floor. What do you think for the Firefly lanterns? I think they are terrible for illumination. They are not the best for lighting specifically. I would agree, but I think they can look really cool. Just visually, I guess. We are gonna get raided here in a second too, so I gotta go do that. Doesn't work, it's Duckies. Worked, then didn't. A new way worked, then didn't. Then that worked. Just take it. I'm trying to understand how you did it. I guess. Well, where's my... And I'm also trying to figure out, because you're building it slightly differently than I already did, so I'm trying to figure out how that's going to work. Like, is it the quarter floors, the quarter triangle things that are making that work? When did these get added? What? Have I never noticed these? They just don't have them for Burr. That's why. Okay. I was like, am I crazy? That's why I never noticed them. Alright, I gotta go get... Run away from the raid, hurry. We out. Oh. Got worried about the raid. Hello? There we go. Yep, we're good, we're good. I'm trying to figure out what made those float. Is it the quarter triangle floors? Is it the pillars? Maybe we could build it on top of pillars. But what is working specifically? What's up, Smokin'? Welcome in. It's like I can't really use the pillar floating type thing since I already built the floating thing under it, which is kind of weird. But maybe I can just place the pillars as the floor, and maybe those just work. That's always the question. Get me out of here. See you later, nerds. Okay, I didn't want to fight you. You know what's been building on the shelf above Dozer's pit? No. Only sitting down on a PC, nothing like being home. Ain't that the truth? Catch the rest of the stream in the AM. Good night. Sounds good, Void. Thank you for hanging out. Have a great rest of the evening. So what if it's this? These even place where I want them to is the real question. They don't want to. Not very well, at least. Is that right? Close? But then they're not centered. It's like they want to be on the same grid I'm working on because then they're centered properly, which is what I'm ultimately going for, but oh, there it was. Okay. Keep looking around like an idiot. Get there eventually. Or we'll fall down. Started the first Bioshock, but never got very far. It's a good one. Good game. Good, very good game. Probably talk to chat now. Nice. Okay. Okay. Getting somewhere. Maybe. Need lingen. Very leather. How did you create that floor at the entrance? Down here? This one? This beautiful little thing? Your DLC game and remaster was $11. That's pretty cheap. It's actually really simple. It takes a little bit more planning, but it's just mushroom pillars with the concave burr floor on them. You can do all sorts of weird things with this thing. And then you put a single torch on the side of these to get the light. It's a little weird to see, but there's just a torch. Sap sconce down there. Hate farming pine cones. It is rough. Start grinding the resources for the pine cone chests. Yeah, it's a battle. I mean, as you can see, we've been grinding pine cones. Doing all right though. Think we got it? Yeah. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. Fight her down. If you give you lint for glow goo. You and that glow goo. There we go. How many chests? Oh, we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 24, 48, 36. How did that math work? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. $204 right now. 204. Timber, you want a treat? Come here. You sit. It's a good boy. Could you spin? Spin. Spin. It's so lackadaisical. Can you do a close-up for the camera? Come here. Get a cute close-up. There you go. Now people can see you. Who moved that camera down? That's a good boy. Do a flip. Go to the crafting bench. It should say the chest in proximity. Does it really? 217. We do have some random chests in here, like some stuff up here as well. A couple in these other rooms and stuff. So you got a lot at 106. Yeah, my plan is to make a chest for every single item in the game. So these chests will go up to there all the way around. So almost double. And then like what? 2, 4, 6, 8. Another 10. So another 100 and probably 70 or so. Yeah, that's a nice, easy way to see it. And then I don't have to do math. Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing either. 3,000 hours in the game. No, still know nothing. What a noob. You learn something new every day. Sheesh. At 150? Oh, it's more than enough. It's absolutely more than enough. I am over. It's absolute overkill what I'm doing, for sure. Absolute overkill. But that's, I mean, that's the name of the game. That's just what I do. Overkill is the way I roll. I wish those were more centered, but I'm not really sure there's a way to do that the way I wanted to plan this whole thing out. Further can we go down? Like 1 level? We did... Oh. Sticks the landing. Which one of these instead? Can't see blueprints of that, dang it. 80 something at the moment, but I want way more. I have a feeling there's going to be so many items. Yeah, that's the reason I'm over planning for sure. There's a lot. A lot in store. Future Chap's problem. Yeah, with New Game Plus, I'm trying to like think for the absolute future. Everything is being planned for. Be a little jank. As much as my brain says symmetry is the way, I'm gonna have to think a little outside of the box here. Put the Founder's Mant like light on top of the chairs. This? Or this? The brazier? I think we're gonna build up anyways though, so wouldn't even place it. It's a brazier. Doesn't really go in the center very well though. Almost need toss one of these in the middle and then do that. Will that work? Grounded gods, let us please. Oh jeez. Well, I can snap it. Oh jeez. My ankles. Oh, my leg. We need to know my leg emote. Oh my gosh. The struggle. I guess you can't just place it, but it's not as fun. It's not very centered.
Water.
Still haven't figured out how to get this one to fill, but plenty of water. Build the bridge as you're crossing it kind of problem. Got it down in the chairs, so just the top. What? Doesn't help I have a floating nothingness in the middle of mine. So I just fall constantly. I mean, it's kind of an epic thing. Maybe move a chair? Well, then I'll never get it back. Scary. Maybe this is where we toss in some, like, pumpkin. A little bit of pumpkin. Switch things up a little. So this stands out a bit. I like that. Kind of interesting. Save yourself so much time if you plan for the future from the start. Yeah, but then what do you do with all the time, chap? You know? You plan out everything, then you're just done too fast. And where's the exploration, you know? Where's the challenge in preparing yourself for all scenarios? That's no fun. That's like using your brain, and who does that? Who does that? Oh, door. I don't have any doors to hold, though. It's the current problem. Oh, computer, please. Computer's being silly. My brain is full ADHD tonight, so be prepared, everyone. It's going off the rails. Distractions galore. You build a little bit, build a little before bed. About to get off of here. Sounds good. Knowledge. Thanks for coming and saying hi, squirrel. Ooh, piece of candy. Oh, dude, the struggle right now. You stay. Enjoy. Always love to hear about a little building. Look how not Hitler-esque this is looking now. Y'all were worried. Y'all were worried. You doubted. You doubted me, and look where we are now. Not a swastika in sight. Not even a single one. What a recovery. What a recovery. Gotta say, pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Could have gotten real bad there, but we saved it. Buddy and I are building a big base on the big tree bottom right on the map, close to the ice cream cart. Plan to use it as a main zipline hub once we get it to a good place. Would love to share. Yeah, please do. For anyone who is new, make sure to join the Discord. You want a base review done when we are doing those. Once the Beat the Heat update comes out, make sure to reach out to me on Discord. Shoot me your Xbox username and I will get you added to the list. Y'all seen the pumpkin that has water inside it? It's located on the bottom right of the bottom right of the bottom right of the pumpkin patch. Went and built a mini base inside of it and called it your lake house. I do think I've seen that one. Pretty sure. Give me one more. Dang it. I believe I've seen that one. If I'm not mistaken. Definitely a cool little spot. Okay, looking funky. Say maybe we get rid of like this one. Or not. Get rid of that one. Then we can build like a little light. Sort of inverted light holding type thing. Yeah, I like how this sort of has these like spike pieces, and this is kind of like replicating that a little bit. I like it, I like it. Hey Eric, if you're still here, when do we get custom mode? Pretty please. With as many cherries on top as you want. I would really like custom mode. Pretty please. Unlimited builds in creative. I mean both, right? Both. But for us survival builders, custom mode. Pretty please. Even if you gotta change it down the road. I'll come to California and give you an ice cream sundae with a cherry on top. In person. Gosh dang it. I'm in survival, but survival can't contain me. You're unstoppable. Ain't that the truth? I don't doubt that. I just want my handy net is really what it comes down to. Really, really want that handy net. So bad. Chandelier looks scarier than the alternative. With the castle name Winterfell by the ice cream cart. Nice. Fitting. Very fitting. Come on, Max. Jump. We're the wrong way. Cool. I mean, we're doing it full survival too, but just think of the possibilities with the handy net right now. More dandelion falling. Would be so nice. What do we need for this? Everchar, ant parts, and clay. We got all that somewhere. Where my Everchar is? That's a good question. Still trying to memorize where I put all this stuff. It's a never-ending battle to remember where everything is. Ta-da! Wish I could clip like 2 of these into each other, so I could have one going one way and one going the other. Put like 5 of them down. Actually, almost perfectly placed. Let's see. Why does that one snap into place, but these ones don't want to? They all are named. All the chests are named. They just take a really long time to load in for some reason. Oh, they did in the first game too. Same. Just every time you walk away, the name unloads. So you have to like kind of wait for everything to populate. But there's too many chests to do icons. There's just not enough icons. Weird thing that's been in the game since Grounded 1. I don't know why. It's quite a goofy one for some reason. Those are all like perfect. Super chandelier. There was more icons, only use icons for all your chests. And I got a lot down, but some have to repeat. Yeah, there's just not enough typically. You can do different colors and stuff, but they're not descriptive enough typically for me. And then the game's just trying to load in like one more icon. So for me, it's always just less is more typically. Clay? Is that what I... But I wouldn't be upset with more, that's for sure. Is that overkill or is that amazing? I think I like that. Yeah, I think I like that a lot. Yep, that's the one. Amazing. Thank you, Space. It's coming together. I love it when I can't really call it a plan, but I love it when an idea comes together. There definitely was no plan here. That can't say there was a plan, but I love when an idea takes shape. Okay, how do we want the rest of this though? Thinking that the other day, there's room to add more. There, you can always do more. Okay, so now we need like, so like this is the upper chandelier of insanity. Now we need like the lower piece that sort of has some lights on it. I think. Perhaps. Per maybe. Don't know how you come up with the stuff. Honestly, most of the time, I don't know how I come up with it either. Just kind of happens. Wow, there's scaffolding. It's all just kind of randomness in my head. There's these ideas, and I just got to get them out. Like... A lot of it's just knowing the materials and stuff in this game really, really well, because I've played so much of it. Really helps. Probably more than anything. But a really good, like, fundamental understanding of how things fit together really does make a big difference. Lots of trial and error, too. Definitely lots of trial and error. Probably most of the time it's trial and error more than anything. Kind of chandelier-esque. Oops. Willingness to experiment on things probably helps a lot. Decent at drawing when you were in high school, and I think 80% of your skill was patience. 100%. 100% patience is absolutely key. Interesting. It's gone now. I mean, I have a 2-year-old, so I both have endless amounts and no patience at the same time. That makes sense. My patience is tested all day, every day right now, so like this is easy. Oops. It's easy to have patience doing this stuff. This is my calming space. Okay, then what if... Feels like it needs... I really wish we could flip this upside down. That would be quite nice. I wish I had the patience for drawing, though. That is something I've just never been able to have patience when it comes to, like, drawing. I was great with, like, digital art and stuff, but I just don't have the patience for hand drawing things. Even though I really wanted to. 12 and a 14-year-old? Yeah, that'll do it. I have a 3-year-old, so... It's... good times. Good times. You love drawing so much? Yeah, I wish I loved drawing. Kind of cool. Let's need something from the top now. Digging the architecture, I feel limited with the clipping angles and pieces. With Halo Forge, I was a monster. So if you're interested, Mike, I don't have the video out yet, but I do have a way of building off the grid, so you're not held to those clipping angles. That I agree with can feel very limiting at times. I can give you a quick rundown if you're interested in having a little grounded education time. Get the what? The what? I don't even know what your language you're speaking, Ducky. I just want like a gap between this one, maybe. Do that. Gonna support everything, isn't it? Is it though? Really? Is it just being silly? Okay, I was just being silly. Backlight using mushroom pillar to light the stem from your chandelier. Yeah, we'll definitely have a lot of lighting in here for sure. For sure. Stem quarter triangle? What about it? Right there. Always up for building tips. I've recreated Castle Black from Game of Thrones pretty well behind the statue, with the wall being the wall. Yeah, great spot. Yeah, I mean, that's where we are as well. Love this spot. I think this is a really fun spot to build. Yeah, give me 1 sec, Mike, and I'll give you a little rundown of how to build off-grid. It's fairly simple, but complicated at the same time, I guess. Oops, ouch. I'm holding it. What? What am I doing, Ducky? Hurry. I don't have this kind of patience. Flip. I'm flipping it. It's flipping. Have I managed to find the science in that cave that leads to the Asic Lake? I get the ping. No idea where it is. I must have it, because I don't think I get it anymore. Oh, if it was a PTB thing. Okay. Yeah, so, Mike, little off-build lesson for you. The key, if you want extra angles, there's two ways you have to think about it. One, you use a mushroom pillar because they snap to grid. The key is you have to find a way to support the mushroom pillar. You can't place it off the ground in any way, shape, or form without another trick. So it has to be something, it has to be supported in some way, shape, or form. So on the ground here, the majority of what I'm using here, which is a little bit misleading, because this is all placed I don't know, half-ish block on top because of what I was doing. So on the ground floor of things, if you're building above the ground, you can unsnap the pillar and just rotate it however you want. It takes a little bit of extra planning, but if you want a weird angle, oops, you just unsnap from grid, and then you can rotate these around, allowing you to add in extra walls and stuff. A lot of what you see in this build currently is built that way, but that's how you can build sort of overlapping type structures. Oh, there we go. Let's see how these are sort of slightly off in every way. It also allows you to do things sort of like this, where you have like two walls placed directly on top of each other or in front of each other. That's where a lot of this detail is. So like this is a normal standard grid. This is its own grid here. That's how you get these sort of quarter. If this is a half vertical wall, it's sort of utilizing a quarter vertical wall here, or just like placing these. And this is just same thing here, just kind of placing these, which is just a process of placing and hiding mushroom pillars. So especially if you build just off the ground with your floor, it makes this kind of really easy because you can just come in here and do all sorts of insanity. That's where you're seeing like that outer wall out here is just placed just inside of this whole thing, so I can hide everything. Very simple. Very, very simple in like, that's how it works. The execution is where it gets a lot more difficult. It can get very complicated very, very fast. As you see, like a lot of this stuff, like these pillars are placed on their own grid. So that's how I'm doing the angled walls, or the triangular walls and the half walls at angles like this. Normally you're not able to do that. You're not able to like rotate these on a 45 the way they are. They're just 90-degree rotations. Same with normally a wall. If you went just off of the floor grid, you would have just two of these entrances here. So I built this entire elevator shaft is on its own grid system. So you can kind of see that's why these triangles are like just slightly higher. I guess it's a little hard to see with this lighting, but or slightly lower on the ground because this grid is all slightly lifted up. So like, yeah, this whole thing. There's actually like probably 3 or 4 grids going on in this whole elevator system, which is a little chaotic, but that's how we made it work. Same with like, there's an extra grid here to get this piece placed directly behind. Same with these. These inner walls are a different grid as well to get these things placed sort of just behind these this other wall. Lots of chaos happening, but simple in execution, simple in idea, complicated in execution, I find. Opens up a lot of opportunity. Then like everything in here, I mean even like this is its own grid here, so that's why this is placed one piece out. This is its own extra grid to get these triangles centered on this as well, because if you're building on this grid, you're stuck with triangles want to go like there or there. That's how we got the this thing centered, is another grid. Same concept as the lower floor, but the trick is if you're building off of the ground, you have to use pebble floors or pebble paths. You place down a pebble path, the game forgets that this is not the ground for some reason and allows you to place this above. A little bit more complicated because it can't go any lower than this, so your grid is either raised up or you have to build a half floor down, which is sort of how we did similar to this. So you'd build a little box like this with the pebble floors there to get this, so you could build like even with this floor by building below. And then anywhere you want something to float, you just put pebble paths on it. And for some reason, the game just creates a supporting member, and then you delete the pebbles, and it floats. So similar, as you can see, there's nothing currently supporting any of this chandelier. It's not actually connected to this thing or in any way, shape, or form. It's just floating in midair right now. And it's rotated on a 45 degree as well. Just how you can kind of see that the 45 degree is there. Otherwise, this pillar would be, one, not centered, and it would be somewhere like it wants to. Same thing, but centered there. These are in the way. Fun little technique we've been messing with. Oh no. Yeah, I don't think I have the ping, Mike, is what I was thinking. I think I got that, but where was it? I don't actually know, honestly, if I'm being 100% honest. I probably got that so long ago that I have no clue what it's doing anymore. Where it was. It could be in this wall too. There's a bit of wall that goes over there. It could be on the other side as well. Yeah, I don't have anything pinging me here. Of the pattern floor 2, I went for a similar a while ago, but those corners overlapping 4x do weird overlapping visual bugs. Is the floor blinking? Blinking? Does it blink? I don't really notice it blinking, maybe. I notice the FPS drop every once in a while. There's a lot of crazy things you can do with it, though. How you can manipulate it to look like that, I never knew. Yeah, the mushroom pillar trick is epic. Yeah, it's an absolute game changer. It takes this game from, like, really fun, great, simple build system to, like, absolute chaos. Do whatever you want. Or by centering your stairs in the gap of the brick wall. Then build down to the floor meticulously. Then legit just copy the west part of the castle black, mostly what we see in the show. That's cool. Chandelier idea that I did in your old base was put a scorpion mounted head on a 45 inward angle, then had their claws hold sconces. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I always kind of avoid the head mounts. They're too inconsistent sometimes, I feel like. Jeez. Might need to go to the quit out real fast. I can feel the FPS dropping. If I stay in the game too long while I build a bunch, I always find that's when I get the worst crashes. My game just gives up on me. I wanted to go there. Before you reach the scorpions? Let's see. Keep noticing I'm missing a block down right there too. Get that filled in. But yeah, I will be making, I'm like halfway through making a video on that off-grid build technique, because there's a couple different ways you can do it, and each way sort of is used in a specific option. Like if you want to build a specific thing. Shouldn't you be drowning? Yeah, I must have gotten it, but I don't actually remember where or when I got this. Probably a long time ago. Gold base is loaded with all of them. Castle Black Ant. Just has a Black Ant stuff for theme. Nice. I always love... if you haven't seen my... the video is... I spent 3,000 hours building this in this base on my channel, but that sandbox build is based off of... what am I doing? Turn around. A lot, not the whole thing, definitely not the whole thing, but a large amount of that base that fills up the entire sandbox is based off of Game of Thrones buildings. So the original castle started as a design off of King's Landing, the city of King's Landing. The city and stuff is sort of built around the idea of King's Landing with like white brick and pinecone roofs to sort of match the like white buildings with reddish, I don't know, terracotta roofs, whatever they are. And then I built the Sept of Baelor in there as well. I think that's the one that's like, it's different because it's grounded, but it is the it was based off of the shape and the design of the Sept of Baelor. So if you're interested in some Game of Thrones type builds, that's there. There's a lot of randomness as well in it, sort of multiplied into just complete chaos, and I built whatever my brain desired at the end of the day, but I used a lot of reference material from Game of Thrones to build that base. Do you think they will make it where you can't do the center trick in future updates? What do you mean the center trick? Do the same save and quit when your frame rates start dropping? Yeah, probably going to do it here in a second, because it does seem to crash randomly, and I prefer not to crash. It's always nice just not to deal with that. Clean some of this random stuff up too. Tempted to make Hogwarts Hogworms at the Billy Hog. Cash, your bud built his base there. Can use Hogwarts Legacy as reference. Yeah, I do love me some Hogwarts Legacy. It's such a good game. Oof. Them frames is dropping. Yeah, we probably need to quit. Gonna sleep? And then we'll save and quit real fast. Yeah, definitely gonna quit real quick. It's getting worse. Oh, do I think it's gonna be fixed? Unlikely. I'm not really sure how they would fix it, and it's been in the game since the first game. They never fixed it in the first game, so I doubt they'll fix it in this game. And if they do fix it, I'm coming for Eric. I'll be coming for him, don't you worry. But yeah, I find it unlikely that they fix the Pebble Path stuff. It's just the way it functions. It's always the way it functioned. And it's such a niche thing. Like, it's not like C-Dinky making builds that one-shot Dozer. Like, they are so... In the grand scheme of things, there's less than 100 people in the entire community that probably know it enough to even utilize it in the first place. So I would be very surprised if they fix it. Yeah, it's been we used it in the first game quite a bit too. But yeah, I would be very surprised, honestly, since it's been in the game since. It's been in the game since they added mushroom pillars to the game in the first grounded. But the grand staircase of Hogwarts would be a fun way to display all the bug mounts and portraits. Yeah. That is slightly what inspired some of this room in the first game. I didn't use stairs and stuff, but I did use a similar sort of like angled support system in a similar crafting room build that's also on that sandbox video. That was sort of inspired by Hogwarts, using some of these things, but I didn't actually want to use staircases and stuff since it was a little bit chaotic. But the supporting angled randomness was slightly inspired by Hogwarts and stuff. Optimize the game, we definitely will. It's just every time we get an update, the game breaks more and more. And realistically, I mean, I'm building on such a large scale right now that I'm such an anomaly for performance and stuff that they can't optimize the game for me yet specifically, but we'll get there. It does sound like there's a lot of stuff happening. That's going to be wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful additions. Lots of optimization coming with the Beat the Heat update and stuff. A lot of silly things, but it's early access. You always kind of have to, like, as an early access player, my goal or my job is to find flaws. So if what I'm doing is breaking the game, it just means I'm helping. I'm stuck. But it'll get there. It will definitely get there. Just takes time. I mean, like, if you do check out the sandbox or sandcastle build that I did in Grounded 1, you can see that build is arguably one of the biggest things ever made in the entire game. Like, I don't really know, outside of creative builds, of course, but in terms of a survival base, I don't know of anyone that has anything bigger. I do know a lot of people that covered a lot of ground, so it's hard to compare one to one. But with the amounts of lighting and... So I did like this lighting trick where you like stack lights on angles like this. I mean, I have thousands and thousands of sap sconces in that build. And it lags when you place blueprints, but for the most part, it runs very well for how ridiculous the base is. There's so much stuff. Excuse you? Excuse you? Excuse you? What are you doing here? I'm so glad they fixed this. Stay away. Nobody wants you here. At least he didn't hurt my base. If for some odd reason they do fix it, I'm gonna go back to the first game. I would be very, very surprised. It's like, it's one of those things, it's not breaking the game. It's not like creating an unfair advantage or anything. It's not causing major issues. It just does so little to affect the greater player base. And it honestly just, like, it improves the game's ability to do one thing really well. So I can't imagine. I'll never say never, but I don't think there's enough people using and abusing it for them to be like, yeah, that's got to be done. Like, we have to ruin Timber's life. But as I said, I'd be talking to Eric right away. Not that he would listen, but I would be having a heated discussion. Absolutely. For the homies. Built that train bridge in Scotland, the place where Harry and Ron fly the car to lead to the Flower Garden Northview. That's pretty cool. Tried the stinky trick today and couldn't pull it off. Maybe it's because I don't have the Peeper mutation. You do use Hypernog's fast travel glitch, though. Yeah, those types of glitches are where they're like... That's the type of stuff that's going to get fixed if anything gets fixed. Especially with, like... What are the time? What time do the devs have to focus on things like beating a boss in 7 seconds that they just added? That's supposed to be what I would assume very, very difficult. That's an issue that they're gonna focus on. Some dudes like building on their own custom grid. Probably not ever gonna be the focus that they want to worry about unless it really starts breaking things. The only thing the Pebble Path does, I don't foresee them ever being able to fix the mushroom pillar thing. Possibly they find a way to make the Pebble Paths not create supporting pieces because it does make floating things float. That's maybe where I could see potentially them looking at it if they were to look at anything. But the building off grid concept, much more difficult to... Because they would have to they would just have to remove snap to grid, like that, or unsnap from grid, which would ruin so much of the game that I don't think there's a way to get past it. Just a pet roach? It's an annoying roach. That's what it is. Things drive me nuts. That's the first one I've had spawn in like a couple 100 days. I think we've been inside this base for 50 to 100 days now. I used to have my place down there, and they spawned down there all the time, but that's the first one that spawned inside this base. Annoyingly. They are the worst, though. Quite annoying little buggers. I'm very glad that's being changed. I understood why they did it. I wasn't happy that they did it, though. It was a decent idea. But in execution, it was just annoying. More than anything. Which is not fun. You got a stem bridge in that exact spot. Blusters out with mushroom arch supports. Looks sweet. Are you saying this bridge? Ow. This one? I'm guessing. It's a lot easier to beat Dozer with just an ice staff running around him. I mean, as a wizard. I'm a wizard. I love the wizard build now. I'm so happy that they made it so much better. North to the flowers. What you're saying here. I don't have any bridges here. I have just a couple ramps to get me in here, and then I just use the ribbon. I have a small walkway here as well to cut the corner, but I haven't really thought that place through very well yet. Hate for Roach's IRL inspired me to build a kill zone at the picnic bench. Nice. I know, what I was hoping for is that I could find, like, where they spawn. So when you sleep, they spawn in this location, and then I was going to create a death chute. So they fall down in it. But now that they're fixing it, I don't have to. Oh, the small walkway? Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, the more places I can connect this, the better. It just makes traveling around way easier. Let's use these lights in this spot. Yeah, they're removing it. No, it was intended. For sure. At least if I believe Capital. Capital said it was an intended thing. That the roaches spawned. Still in the starter outpost for your world. Only after 70 days, planning to move more central, but got to touch up and finish the starter base. Feels incomplete if I leave it under construction. Yeah, my last base is heavily under construction. It was a fun first base, but it just wasn't doing what we wanted. We had a good time, but our time came to an end. I was hoping to finish it, but yeah, it just didn't happen. Wasn't meant to be. Unfortunately, with my last base, the bigger problem was that when they upgraded or updated their engine, it changed the size of some of the assets in the game, and so my base was built inside the lamppost. It's like under and inside and all around this, and when they updated the engine, it took the inside like circle and made it like 10% bigger, and so a bunch of my stuff got eaten up and I lost a bunch of space in it. So I was like, you know, I already kind of wanted to move to a more central location anyways, so it just kind of forced my hand, so which I wasn't upset about, but the decision was made pretty easily at that point. Didn't really have any other option at that point. Says you need to move. Still at the first lab in your 200 days. You definitely don't have to. But I do like being centrally located personally. How much taller do I want to go with these? Probably not much taller. So I don't know if I'm loving these anymore. Great spot for early game is the hedge north of the Billy Hog. Climb the bench inside to the wall. Separates the other side where the bushwhacker is, and the only bug there is the caterpillar. Yeah. There's a lot of great spots to build. Like, in the first game, you kind of had to build, and a lot of people built in the same places just because it made the most sense, but in this game, there's just so many good spots. I mean, you can build here, you can build on the statue, you can build back behind here, you can build up on top of the greenhouse. You could build like on top of the boxes here, on top of here. You could build, I mean, this area is pretty safe. Below the chair, this is fine. There's some spots here. You could build in the lower area of this pretty easily. You can build up on this thing in some strategic spots. Like these spaces minus like one mantis there. This spot's pretty dang safe. These spots, unless other than like little spiders, spots up on these things, the picnic table here, Burgle we've seen bases on the amp. You could build on top of Axel's thing. You're crazy, you could get all the way to the top of there. The trees are good spots. This lamppost is fine. Like there's a lot of little spots. There's the rocks. Build on the rock really safely. On top of all of these the little fence post things. There's a lot of really safe spots. And as long as you're like semi-close to a ranger station, and assuming that all of these will eventually connect in some way, shape, or form, like, should be able to get anywhere you want pretty easily. The ice cream cart and the garden, yeah, those are all, they work really well. And like Central is currently debatable, because like if we're thinking the pond, like if you watch any of Jade's video, like if we're getting this, which it looks like the next update could be way bigger than this potentially. I mean, we get all the way out to here. I mean, we could even get like all of this. Like, what is Central then? This becomes
what feels like not central at all, like this tree becomes like almost the most central thing on the map. So it's all kind of objective. But then, like, if we get this whole area, then we get an update over here, then this feels really central, or this feels really central. So it's whatever works. There's not really a best spot currently. As much as we would all feel like we want something central. Put a lot of effort building a base on a rock right now. I only put effort in mine because this is just what I do. This is the channel. This is what I have the most fun doing, though, at the end of the day. As well. So that helps. It's just what I enjoy. More than anything, really. Keeps me busy, that's for sure. Keep seeing this thing, it's driving me nuts. There we go. Fill the hole. Ducky's hooked. Back in. Back at it again. I mean, I was obsessed. I downloaded Pokemon Fire Red and I was playing the crap out of it, and then that's all I was doing every night, and then I just have been like back into the ground and grind again. Go back and forth between games all the time. Need to move because you decided to build out of pine needles for starter, and it's annoying having to go back and forth, especially been building a tall tower out of pine for zip lines to prep. Nice. Nothing wrong with that. My last base was almost entirely out of pine, and I just despise. I despise building out of pine right now. I hope. Really surprised. Why do we get the triangle piece for these, but not for Burr? I really want those. Going to a really old chat. You don't need to write it. What? Read it, you mean? What's up, Sark? Welcome in. Rocks grow and swallow your base. Posted a picture on your creative Discord channel. Wait, where do they grow? What? Loathe pine floors? Yeah, same. Well, I already read it. It's too late. Too late. Can't undo the past. Alright, this thing's looking pretty good. We do almost... It's floating right now, so my brain wants this to somehow connect into this, but how is the current question. Build a bridge with bird floors with a trapdoor piece, acts as a drawbridge. We've seen some cool things done with those, actually. I do like those. But if I don't read your chat, Ducky, then you might get mad at me for not reading your chat. So I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, I have so many chests to place. It's painful. I gotta do so much to do. So much to do, so little time. We have nothing but time, but forget 2026 words back to old days. No need to say the words aloud. That one makes less sense than the other one, though. Although I do know what message you were talking about with BioShock. Yeah, how do we connect this back now? That is the question. I also want to create some type of, like, support for this floor. So it's not just floating out into nothingness. But how is the question? Like, just a bunch of these feels too boring. Not good enough. But it can't interfere with these chests at the same time. D-Dog, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. 400 followers. Let's go. We did it. Who be messaging? $400. Pretty crazy. Pretty freaking crazy. Good piece coming with the update. I'd wait. Yeah, that is true. That piece, I know, I just want those. Between those, the pine cone fences, because that's how I want to outline the this floor here. I'm gonna use a ton of the pine cone fences. They look so freaking good. I've been dying for that piece. That's a piece I've wanted since Grounded 1. But the mini triangle pieces that are like flipped, those look freaking awesome. That's gonna be a great detail to be able to add in some of this, for sure. I mean, that even might be stuff we like add into the chandelier as well, like to like bridge the corners a little bit more interestingly. Pine fences stack on top of one another and look decorative, look like decorative elven like walls. Interesting. I'm really excited to mess with them. I'm definitely excited. Even like building things up to like support these like corner pieces or something. Do some fun designs at these top areas. I guess now that I'm thinking about it, this probably connects all the way up, really. We've gotten this far with it. We probably go all the way to the top. Definitely some random pieces I'm very excited that are getting added to the game, though. I think they're going to make for some really, really interesting details. 2x2 pillars to make epic mega pillars with armor dummies decorating the bulges. Yeah. Be interesting. Guess that's almost the same. Maybe we just raise that up. Mimic the lower pattern. Technically, this is one larger. than what this is. Kind of. Like almost the same. Question is, then we gotta fill this with something. Because it needs detail. But this thing was a pain. But maybe more of that, potentially. Probably. Perhaps. Or maybe. Hyperdog today who suggested candy stained glass windows, which would be amazeballs for cathedrals. Yeah, we've talked about that. I think that's one of our, between the builders in this community as well. It's one of the things. I think we talked about it with Hypernog when he was in here once. I've been a long time supporter of the idea of candy stained glass. Even if it's not like windows per se, like it's just similar to how like this door works, where you have sort of a thinner piece that you could place. So like if you got candy stained glass that was thinner, so you just like you took this piece and sliced it down the middle and had a thin glass piece that you could place, then you could utilize like quarter and quarter triangles, quarter vertical wall, like you could utilize these and these and these, even like the triangle pieces to make your own windows would be really cool instead of like being stuck with the windows that are in the game. I think would be really, really nice. That would be maybe my ultimate hope. Or it'd be the most useful. Yeah, more of a mosaic piece. As much as I enjoy the current windows, they're great, they do their job. I think something with a little more flexibility would be what would take the whole thing to a different level. Even if they're not transparent necessarily, they're just a piece, a building block that looks like a window would be good enough for me. If they were transparent, that would be perfect world. That would be the best of the best, but I think I would be totally fine with just a window-like piece. That would probably be enough for me. Because realistically, I don't need windows. Although the lighting does look really good. Like I tend to make my own custom windows and stuff anyways. So like these look really freaking cool when the light shines through, so we'll have those on the sides and probably these walls as well, which would look pretty cool. You can make stained glass if you have pay to win building pack. What do you mean? I think I've only seen Hypernogs where he was doing that in playgrounds, not with the founders pack. What would you make stained glass with these? I can't think, Ducky. It's been too long of a day. I used all my brain power. It's not coming, but I'd like 2x2 larger circumference curved walls for larger towers. Yeah, I think that's more... The struggle with that is that you get more of the grid becomes the issue. I think that's where the curved walls become really difficult because they have to fit within the grid itself. Like you can't add... I think that's why they still haven't added anything that actually fits the outer circumference here. So, like, this piece is interesting, but, like, you can never use the outside because it'll never fit the grid, so I don't really know. Want to see your safe the day. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoy Timber's content. What's up, Knife? How's it going, man? Popping in to do the good work. I got no clue, Ducky. I got no clue for you. Outside of... Yeah, I don't know what... I mean, what? You're saying, like, using this Technically, this is stained glass. Half curved walls would be nice. That could be interesting. Again, I don't know how it works with the grid is the hard part. But you never know. Just like this piece. Would make for some weirdness. You could put, it'd be kind of cool to put like a square piece and then a curved piece. I know, I might let you do some weird details. Posted your walk, swallowed base, and the grounded 1 and 2 Discord. Oh yeah. Yeah, unfortunately that's why I have said don't ever place close to the to the boundaries of early access, because that is where things will 100% change. 2 curved walls would be round. It would be more of a rib design. Oh, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Like a half. Like an actual half curved wall. Could be interesting. It's always really hard with how they built the grid. Because they built the grid in the first game and it just hasn't changed at all. So it's always really hard to tell what. Because like for the longest time, like vertical half walls were both something that I don't know if they knew how to code into the game, or if it was more so they didn't have time for someone to build the art for it necessarily. Like they weren't ever really clear on what the limitation was and why it took them as long as it did. I think part of it was just building out the textures of it, because it's a big project, like creating every single texture that needs to be added when you're doing that kind of thing. They have a lot bigger team now with Eidos and stuff, so they have like the more creative people to build things like this. Obviously, I mean that's why we're getting like things like Pumpkin and Pinecone and all these new pieces added to the game that were things everyone desired. So it's hard to know which thing was limiting the process. I know there are definitely limitations with the grid, but it's hard to know like to what extent. That actually is the like that they can go or not. You saying the grid, and now I want to watch Tron. The grid. The lid. The lid, the lid, the lid. Don't watch Tron 2. I have not. I think I watched Tron 1, but man, that was a while ago. It's been a hot minute since I've seen that. Welcome in, Honey Jukes. How's it going? I need to continue this pattern up too. Miss Wipeout? That was a good show. Best show ever though? The essentially Wipeout, but the Japanese version, like XMC, XQMC, I don't know, like some crazy name. If you've never seen that one, that is hilarious. I love that show. My parents and I watched that all the time growing up. Way funnier. Don't make me jealous, Honey Jukes. You haven't been able to play Grounded? Por qué no? Ridiculous wigs? Yes, exactly. That's the one. The ridiculous wigs, the funny outfits, just absolutely, it was like Wipeout, but so much funnier. So much funnier. Wish I could remember what it was. Like WXC, something, I don't know. Tron Legacy, Tron Uprising, and Tron Ares, but that one sucks. silent library. That was pretty funny. Racial stereotype dubbing. I mean, it was Japanese people making it, so, you know, like, they definitely went for it. It was definitely interesting. But man, was it funny. I feel like Wipeout's like funny, but in the Japanese one, people just got absolutely wrecked. It's like a different level of savage. Knew these things would come in handy. These things were genius. Don't question me. How are you gonna get up to those top chests? Genius. MXC, yeah. Yeah, that's the one. That was so funny. Aha. Victory. It's very leggy, doing anything is irritating with the leg, and it makes your mic go out every minute, and I have to unplug and plug it back in. Gives me a headache because of the lag. The leg doesn't help, but I feel stuck and unmotivated, overwhelmed. Now, I mean, the leg definitely doesn't help. I've built with massive amounts of lag before, so I definitely get that. Oh, I never built them here. God. Do that at some point. But I think we all go through points of like builder's block as well. I think that's very, very common. I've gotten better at it. Bro Chacho, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? You feel old? Most extreme elimination challenge? Yes, that's the one. That's it. So funny. Sheesh. What's up, bro Chacho? Welcome to the chaos. We're doing stuff. We're doing the things. Missed it. Can't reach it. Dang it. Holy storage? Oh, we're just getting started. The chests are going to go all the way up to there, so we're only like halfway there now. But look at the craziness we built tonight. We're working on a chandelier for the centerpiece. 10 years went by so fast. It did. It just does. We hear Gumby the Clay Mansion. A butte? Thank you. Thank you. It's better up top, too. My light. There we go. Look at this thing. It's also floating, by the way. We got it. We got it to be completely built off grid. We built this crazy torch thing on top. I have to give some props to Ducky on the clipping the thrones together. But oh yeah, this is going to be such a good centerpiece for the Hall of subscribers. Yeah, the old show, the claymation. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Still have to figure out how we're going to like tie it into the whole thing, but I mean, I guess at the end of the day, like maybe it does just float, or maybe we build it like these pieces come up and then build the supports like into this, maybe, perhaps. Barad-dûr, Eye of Sauron vibes, yeah, definitely. Like maybe it gets supported into this thing, and it's like floating from here or something, or maybe it like connects down into these, or maybe these go up and support that. Maybe they're not very centered is the issue with that because of how we decided to build it. But I did read your Tron. I don't know anything about Tron though, Ducky. That's the issue. I don't know how to continue that conversation. I'm not picking favorites. I'm picking things I actually understand. I know nothing about Tron. I think I watched the first one and then I have not seen any of them since. It's the only reason I didn't comment more. And I didn't enjoy Tron very much, so I don't have like a huge desire to watch it. Personally, just didn't have that like connection, you know. Olivia Wilde is the only thing you need to know. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Unsubbed, unfollow, leaving the Discord. Bet. I'd like to see you try. Those are worthless threats. You'd come crawling back. I already know. Jeff Bridges, if you're into that, no judgment. But does one actor or actress make a series? Maybe not. I don't know. I just never enjoyed the premise of the movies enough to be hooked. Your threats are more dangerous. What you gonna do about it? I don't know what your threat is though, so. Like, you're speaking a different language with all the names of Tron. Like, I just actually don't know anything about them. What it really comes down to. Oh, leg. Okay, I kind of want to low-key get rid of these. And then... maybe? Oh, we're... Oh no, everything's going wrong. Ah! Please. Oh, jeez, what is happening? Hello? Are we back? Holy cow. Take all your subs away, but I will never do that. So is your threat more dangerous then? Or is it less dangerous? Because you threatened, but then you immediately said you wouldn't do it. So I don't know whether to be scared or happy. NATO, thank you for the membership. I will get you added to the member list. Am I back? I'm back, right? It's Joe's fault. Might need to go quit real quick. No, I think what happened is I deleted that piece and it launched them up into the air off of these trampolines, and something about the trampolines caused some serious lag. I think with the spider on it, something was going on. Kinda back? Let me know, let me know. Welcome in, Joe, by the way. And NATO, if you didn't hear me, thank you for the membership as well. Good now? Okay. Something happened when I deleted those pieces that the game just decided to fall apart. Did not like that at all for some reason. But yeah, Joe. Hey, Knife with the 4 gifted subs. Let me know if that's correct. Was that 4? Is my thing working correctly for me? Thank you, Knife. Appreciate that. The one and the only. The Knife Dragon. Let me know if that was 4 gifted memberships. I was messing with something because my chat doesn't properly show it because of the multi-stream. So I'd messed with something a little while ago. 5? Why did it only show 4 on the chat? Dang it. Your chat did send, but I have no clue what any of it means. Because I don't watch any Tron. And then the whole thing, and then the whole stream started breaking. I got distracted. But if you keep talking about Tron, I don't know how to respond. That's all I'm going to tell you. That's all I got for you. I don't wanna. Okay, so if I do get gifted subs, I have to add 1 to the number for some reason. It only showed 4 on my chat. That's weird. Square of mite rugs around the center would really tie the room together. You're saying like here? I'll take your mite rugs and raise you 1 Minotaur rug. Like here, maybe? Mite rugs are nice, but I think the Minotaur ones look even cooler. Don't worry, Chad is not pay to win. Unless you're Ducky, he has to pay to win. It's not centered, dang it. Alright, we gotta center these two then. Build out from there. Chat's not pay to win by any means, but Knife is the biggest supporter we've ever had, so. So I have to give him credit where credit is due. Two lingonberry? Holy. What an expensive floor option. Who thought this was a good idea when I could have just used mite rugs? Lack of DLC? It's not DLC. It's Founders Pack is pay to win. That's all I gotta tell you. Unfortunately, on that one, that is just pay to win. But this game is absolutely worth $10 extra. The amount of stuff that they have currently in the game is definitely worth it. Gotta love a dragon that shares its hordes for sure. He's a very generous dragon. That is for sure. It's not common among dragonkind. I might have enough for all of this. Downloadable content. It's a founders pack. I don't know. It's downloadable-ish. But man, is it worth it. Worth every penny. Oh no. I need to go get berries. Dang it. There's some in that chest maybe? What does the pack give you? So currently the Founders Pack gives you... Where it was? Gives you 4 skins. So you get just skins. They're not, it's not armor. Whoa. Looks real weird with the armor I'm wearing though. You get 4 skins that just give you a unique armor look to them. And then in the last update, you got the Miraidon rug, the Minotaur rug, the Champion's banner, the High Rollers dice bag, the Adventurer's table, the Throne of Pone, the Minotaur wall mount, and the Champion's brazier. Currently, those are the main things that it adds. And then the heraldic marker as well, just a map marker thing. So just decor is mainly what it is. Oops. Nothing like game changing, but as a builder, it offers some great additions for sure. That I would say are highly worth having if you really want to build. Can't have your squishmallows though. What? Dragon was definitely one of the earliest viewers for sure. Long time supporter. Do I remember exactly when? No. But I have the memory of a gnat, so it's not saying a whole lot. I can't remember anything. Make these corner pieces work better. I guess it's like not bad, but it doesn't look great. Have to look at it for a little bit and see how I want to fix that. I don't love that they like overlap. Kind of overlap, but they kind of don't overlap. How do you reach the top chests? Like this. I have built-in bounce web. Jumper trampolines, bounce web trampolines, that's words. 23 months ago? Yeah. Been a minute, which, I mean, I've only been streaming for 2-ish years, so something like that. Yes, I may not even have a 4-second memory, honestly. Haven't played in a while. I've been busy streaming Vintage Story and life stuff. I get that. It's 1 a.m. Gotta go. Thanks for the tips. You subbed. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. Have a great rest of your evening. You're a Game Pass bum. I get that. I get that. The $10 will get better over time, though. It absolutely. It sounds like they're gonna keep adding to the Founders Pack, so it's not something that you pay $10 and then this is all you get. Seems like each major update they've added something to it, so worth it if you want to spend the extra money. Not the only one I spoil. You spoil Grim too? Good. Good. He needs it. He deserves it more than I do. How long did you farm for all those materials? I tend to farm like 30 or so minutes every day before stream, maybe. It's hard to say like an exact number, but a lot of it, I mean, I've been playing since the day early access released in the first place, so to say a lot of this, I mean, like the bug stuff, like this has all been collected since the very beginning of the game. So like this isn't stuff from like the most recent update even. Like I've had these chests of bug pieces and stuff since the day the game, like I've been collecting all that stuff since the day the game came out. The rest of it is just, yeah, a lot of random farming and stuff. Mostly just like trying to farm lint consistently. That's the one you always have to stay on top of. We've done pretty well with. But just little by little. Grows over time. I also only play currently like 3 nights a week as well. I used to just play endless amounts and found that I tend to burn out too quickly. I get very burnt out. So I'm trying to play the slow game this go around. Only play when I'm streaming or if I'm gonna like running out of a material. Mostly right now I go farm lint and pine cones just to stay on top of it. Can't see what I'm doing. Need to build a roof on this thing so I can see. But I think you'd be amazed at how quickly you can gather materials up in this game if a little bit of consistency. Oh. That's the wrong triangle. Don't know how to mention someone streaming. Yeah, just Knife Dragon. Knife Dragon. Yeah, definitely go support Knife. If you're not following him, go follow him. He's half the reason everyone's here, honestly. The amount of subs and stuff he's gifted and donated to the channel has made it very possible to continue doing all of this. Been MIA for a good month due to college. What did I miss? Do you mind giving me a walkthrough? Yeah, no problem. As always, chaos has happened. I kind of like that now. Seems to be coming together better. Have a good night, Rock Me. Catch ya on the next one. Just clean these things up and we'll go run around the base real fast. see your dream come true. I will retire you. You gotta retire yourself first, my friend. I'm not sure last time you saw it, Mastermind. But this is the current progress on the outside. We kind of switched gears to go to the inside because I was just building a front wall and we had no base. So it was a struggle. I was just falling to my death and I was losing my mind building up all these scaffolding, which we need to also clean up at some point because they're a mess. But this is coming together. We just need to get it copied over to the other side now, which is its own nightmare. Which is why I've avoided that as well, because I have so many grids that it's going to be such a pain to copy this. But I'm really hoping we get custom mode sooner than later, because that'll make the outside way easier to build. But that's come together really well. Really liking the random details we got going. Am I planning on putting a fire pit by the front entrance? Where so? Where are you saying? Like these things? The braziers or? Mostly right now the only plan is to copy this to the other side, and then from there, who knows where we go. Nothing but up. I know that. Hadn't really thought about it, honestly. I don't know. Lots of details to figure out, but I don't necessarily know. Then we built... I mean, the inside still needs a ton of work down here. We're still... I can't really build this wall until I get the secondary grids built. To cover things up. And then I still have tons of work. Essentially designing similar... A similar... It won't be quite as detailed on the sides, but similar-ish designs. So probably like towers on each corner, so the back two as well. And then some type of fun wall designs here. Just not totally sure what yet. Where is this located? We are on just behind the statue, on this like concrete plinth thing behind the brick wall. And we'll build out an entire city, village type thing in this whole area. We're going to build down into that. Assuming that doesn't get patched, we'll build down in here and do like a night market, under-city type vibe. So you have master vault for storage, possibly if the devs could put a water pit around the mansion. That will be funny to see users falling into. I wouldn't be sad. It'd be kind of fun to have a moat instead of a city. Then we got our massive elevator tower, which I'm noticing I still need to place lights in there. But these each go up to a different level, essentially. So, first one goes to the storage area, which is coming together. Then, second one goes all the way from the bottom, but you can enter it from any level. Get you up to what'll be the subscribers hall or the hall of builders. So anyone that is subbed to the channel... or subbed on Twitch or a member on YouTube gets their name in a chest. So it'd be whatever your name is on one of these chests. And then we also have a Master Builder channel point redemption and a Master Builder sub and membership tier, which the membership and sub tiers were just for people who wanted to be over the top and support the channel like crazy. But I wanted to give people, you can also, if you watch on Twitch, there's a 10,000 point channel redemption to get into the Hall of Builders. Unfortunately, YouTube just doesn't offer that. But I stream on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. If you want a free way to get your name in, just have to watch the channel on Twitch. Then there's also a Master Builder designation for like 50,000 channel points, which is a lot. But it's a way for people who have supported the channel for a really long time, who are here a lot in streams, which is like the biggest way to support me is just to be here and hang out. You will get a bigger, cooler chest. So you get the, where is it? The axle chest. So master builders get the axle chest, and we'll put those on a special wall or something. Make them a little bit cooler, just to show them off as well. How do you not lag when you have a big base like this? I have a nice computer. That makes a big difference. But other than that, I don't know. Just hasn't really been laggy. I've noticed with big bases, if you have a lot of pallets, like filled pallets, I think pallets are really bad for lag. Specifically is what I've noticed, because I have another base and my FPS is like 4. I mean, it's horrible at the other base. So I think that probably has a lot to do with it. Like I have a lot of filled chests. That doesn't really affect anything. We have more lighting, of course, affects a lot, but we have a decent amount of lighting at this point, and that really hasn't affected a whole lot. I do get random crashes a whole lot. But yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming it's just I have a pretty nice PC, is what I play on. Is probably the #1 factor. And then masterminds, the other thing we didn't show off was each side of these. So we have a water catchment area, place for fridges, cookeries, jerky racks. Then on the other side, we have the more kind of functional things. So we have all of our ovens, spinners, grinders. Have extra chests as we fill up the other chests. We'll extra inventory, extra bug pieces. We'll just go into these so we can kind of use the extra pieces for the glue mashers, and then just a smoothie station. And that is it as of right now. Just a couple little things for expansion, extra areas on the sides here. Blueprints as well. Sorry, I'm jumping all over the place. The more blueprints you have, the leggier the game is typically. If you have anything that needs to be repaired, repair it. The repair flashing thing is really bad for lag. But yeah. Then we just have the other side here as well. Oh yeah, we have our sap collectors on this side. And whatever other nonsense they come up with. Recommend getting more lighting. I don't see much lighting. Oh, we'll definitely get there. The lighting is typically like the last thing, but every single chest is backlit currently. These have lighting. We just started building that. I'm building this. These have lighting, but we only have lighting there, so we'll get lighting on the rest of these things. There'll be lighting in the chests that go all the way up. There's lighting that's going to go in the corners. I have not done any lighting other than I placed some torches behind these things. But I haven't really figured out how I want to light this area yet, because I'm not 100% sure this is staying exactly how it is currently. Because as we build up the... similar to how we've designed sort of these things, as I figure out this wall, things inside are likely to change. That's why I've left this empty, so we can kind of add some depth into this wall. But not totally sure yet. And then from there, as I said, we'll have the hollow subscribers up here. Then the next level will probably be the armory. Then we'll have a bug mount and head mount museum. Then we'll have an art museum above that. Then on top of that, we'll have the penthouse suite with like a pool billiards room and chill lounge, and then a big bedroom and maybe a throne room. I don't really know. How many master builders do we have? Did it crash? What happened? Not lagging, I don't think. What happened? One sec. Let's see. Have a watchtower. I mean, the whole thing's kind of a watchtower, but hadn't necessarily thought of it specifically. There's currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 master builders, and then there might be another 3 for some of the people who have donated quite large amounts as well. There's a couple people that have donated essentially the equivalent of what a master builder sub tier would be. So I'm likely just going to add them as well, since it's essentially the same thing. Master build and a hollow builder's chest? Nah, you just get one. You get an upgrade. A med bay? Interesting. I hadn't really thought about it, but I wouldn't complain about more. Yeah, you'll get the Axle one. The Axle one's the Master Builder one. You'll get on the special wall, don't worry. Place sap collectors on walls. I think you can only place them on branches. There's currently a glitch or a bug that allows you to place them on mushroom walls. Just really random. Don't know why, but if you want them, put them down now. That is very, very likely to get fixed at some point. So if you like that, put them on a mushroom wall right now. Because that's probably going to get fixed sooner than later, I would say. Dead grass is your nemesis? Why is it your nemesis? Like a watchtower that goes in the middle of the castle, if you can max it out in game height, could theoretically teleport by flying down. Could be interesting. We're definitely going to be very tall. So if you think about kind of where we are currently, I can't imagine that Eric is still here, but I'm really sad that they broke the camera mode. You used to be able to fly around and move your mouse at the same time, and now you can't do both at the same time. It makes it impossible to film in the game. But if you think of, we have the main atrium floor, then double height floor for the crafting storage room, then we'll have a double height floor for the hollow builders, we'll have a double height floor for the armory, we'll have a double height floor for the museum and the art museum, and the final thing, like, I don't think we're gonna max the height out. It's unlikely we'll max it out, but I mean, it's very likely we get up to like the shoulder of Tully, I would guess. Very, very likely. At least to the top of Burkle's head. But the height goes way, really, really high, so don't know if we're getting that high. I do the ZZ because I was doing yard work for half the day and you're sleepy. Sounds good, Ducky. There are some games that allow you to fly across the entire map by parachuting down. I don't think there's anything in this one that allows you to quite do that. But we may do a zipline tower hub at the very top as well. That's very possible. Because by the time we get up, like, it'll be a really good height to zipline anywhere on the map. Or at least to some of the key areas. Very quickly kind of pop you over to each side of it. Like your calm and chill energy along with your building techniques. Love everything you're doing here and how the build is all coming along. Thank you, Peanut. Appreciate that. Really been enjoying your stream and watching your build grow these last few days. Wish I could stay up, but gotta go. Peace. No worries. Appreciate you hanging out while you can. I definitely understand the sleep thing. I'm always up too late because of streams, so. I love it, but I'm always wondering why I'm up so late. But have a great rest of your evening. Ooh, no. Totally forgot about zipline. Hopefully the devs will add in bees and butterflies so we can fly. Yeah, we've definitely talked about flying buggy mounts a handful of times. It's definitely going to be an interesting one. I'm very curious to see how they deal with that. Like, is it a new game plus thing that gets added to the game? Is it... If it gets added too early, it just kind of ruins progression. So I don't know. Have I redeemed the Master Builder before? I don't think so.
But you have also donated so much that I would probably put you on the tier of donated. Donated enough, so if you haven't, I'd be surprised, but I have them all written down, and I don't have you written down as a master builder like redeemer, I don't think. Yeah. But I do have you down as a heavy donator, so same difference, right? Feels like you're always there, lurking in the background. You need 23k points? Wow, I'm actually surprised you still need that many with how often you're around. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Definitely coming together. Lurking in the background. He does. He does. You do, yeah. Yes, that's the struggle. I wish YouTube had some options like that, unfortunately. Did you unfriend me on Discord, Uzin? What? Or did you have to make a new Discord? Oh, it got hacked? Dang. Bummer. You have a hat, good attendance. That's why I have the free channel point redemptions on Twitch. So not everyone can pay for things, so gives people an opportunity to still get showed off on the build for what supports the channel. The ad revenue from people just being here and chilling with me all the time is a big part of it. This needs to go like one up. Yeah, I hope at some point YouTube adds some point redemption type things. Feels like the one thing that's missing. It's the ability to like interact with the stream in a larger capacity compared to Twitch, at least. I use Apple for the most part, at least for phones. That's feeling much better, much better. Doesn't look like a little face with eyes anymore, which I like. Liking how this thing's centered on everything. We could still needs a lot of lighting, but I'm not sure how I want to place the lighting yet. I also am really interested for the new pieces that get added to like fill in some of these corners and stuff. See how that kind of works. So many lights. There are quite a few now. Getting there. Just picture more chests all the way to the top. And then lights behind all those. Lights in here. Lights everywhere. Know that Google is now closing their devices. It won't be an open source anymore. I had no clue. I don't pay that much attention to news and stuff anymore. Kind of stay away from everything. App installation from unverified sources and enhanced risk warnings aiming to combat malware. Interesting. Less hackers would be nice. Can't complain about something like that.
I leave too, but I'm not a quitter, so I just fall asleep while listening. Hey, that works for me. High friction measures to significantly restrict, but not entirely ban, sideloading on Android by March 2026. Mandatory 24-hour waiting period to, activate app installation. Interesting. Missed that first part. What I need is for bots to be destroyed so I can get Pokemon cards. That's what I need. We're gonna need some lights up here soon. Wow, wow, wow. How many gold cards do you have? I don't want to brag. You have 50 on the dot. You got me beat. And like 28. Like nothing. Last I checked, 28. 1, 2. Yoked blows. $30. We got 30. A whole 30. Killing it. 2 plus 2 equals 2. Come on. No, I'm a human. 2 plus 2 equals 6. I don't know why you think I wouldn't know that. That's easy. I'm trying to figure out where we can put the master builder chests. That's like the best place. Maybe they just get a cool spot on the back wall, so it's like the first thing you see when you come up. 50 is impressive though. I just don't really grind gold cards. I just kind of like, they just happen because I'm over trying to get them. Here, one sec. I need to turn on my AC. It's getting hot in here. He is a dog. Timber. Timber. Come here. Say hi. Wait. Timber cam? Why is the timber cam not working? What? What? Timber cam's froze. What the heck? I was like, he's not laying on the ground right now. He's standing right next to me. That's weird. I've never had that camera freeze. I wonder if it's got... Plug it in and unplug it? Maybe? No? What is this? Why is this not working? There we go. Well, that's no fun. Sign of the supernatural. Oh, the big whine. The big whiny baby. I know, I turned the AC on for you. I know. Did you get some water? What are you looking at me for? Come here. There you go. That's a good boy. Yeah, get right up in the camera. Get right up in the camera so nobody can actually see you. That's my boy. That's my big doofus dog. Are you a good boy? The best boy. The best boy. Yeah, he's pretty good. Alright, go lay on your bed. He did it. He's learning. I need to remember to sleep. I keep not doing it now. Just bought a puppy. You have to wait 7 weeks to get him, though. Oh, so that's awesome, Bear. What kind of dog? I love me some puppers. Gonna be a big boy? Oh, no, I definitely want to know what kind of dog it is. Alaskan Malamute? Okay, that's not a big dog. That's a freaking massive dog. There's big dogs, and then there's that. Those are huge. My someone I worked with used to have, or someone I used to work with had an Alaskan Malamute, and that thing was massive. His father's 187 and the mom is 160. Yeah, Timber's 95 pounds, so he is nothing compared to that. That dog was huge, though. Love me a big dog. That's a big, big dog. If I had more house and yard, I would definitely consider bigger dogs, but 95 is about my limit with the place we live in. I would love to have a Bernese Mountain Dog and a well, why can I not think of it right now? It's like on the tip of my tongue. Why I'm like blanking on my own second favorite dog breed for some weird reason. Very similar livestock guardian dog. Timber is AI. Yeah, I am. I don't know why I can't think of it right now. It's been one of those days. There we go. Thank you, Uzin. Great Pyrenees is the other type of dog I would like to have eventually. Bernese Mountain Dog and a Great Pyrenees. Would love to have. Great Pyrenees are so freaking cute. I'm in the city in a 3-bedroom apartment. Sounds rough. Live next door to all kinds of walking parks. Yeah. Kill coyotes on their farm. Yeah. Because like this dog, he's like a livestock guardian dog, but he's like a worthless livestock guardian dog. He's not doing a whole lot other than a big bark, but in an arboretum. Nice. As long as you like going on walks, that's good. But the nice thing about really big dogs is they don't always need as much exercise as like a lot of other dog breeds. So at the same time, it's not like horrible. Just realizing how cool the light looks when it shines through these like little gaps. Kind of looks like little fairy lights in the wall during the day. Very cool. Yeah, I've always liked Great Pyrenees. It's almost like the same dog as a Bernese Mountain Dog. Very, very similar. What are those lights? Which ones? Which ones? You just saying what I was saying in the wall? Like, they're just holes in the wall. It's just the texture itself has a little hole. Like this little triangle piece lets light in. Yeah, not an actual light. Just the sun at the angle that it's currently at shines through those right there. These things. It's the goofy little gaps. But you don't really notice it unless it's specifically on the wall that's showing through. Okay, well this is nearly finished, the crafting room. I have a lot of chests to place, but I will probably be doing all of that off stream. Because not really any reason to force it. It's very boring work that I don't love doing on stream. In the PTB are waiting, I am waiting. It runs too inconsistently for me. Personally, at least. As much as I am dying to be in the PTB, with Mega Build Worlds, I just find that there's too often things that just don't work. And so instead of losing my save or updating and then not even being able to play, I just wait. Oops. I also find that all of the bigger content creators get the majority of the viewership in the beginning when the next like updates come out. So instead of trying to compete with them for viewership, they blow through all the content really fast, and then they have nothing to do, and they get really quiet making videos of the updates and stuff, but they don't really stream anymore. And so as soon as the update comes out, people are dying to watch someone stream it, and I find myself to be in that niche of playing the game after the actual update comes out, so people aren't necessarily like spoiling the content for themselves, so it works pretty well. You've climbed the statue and got to the spider vents. That's all I can do right now with broken armor and half-broken weapons. Well, fix them. What is you doing? Fix them. Get those walls built. But I am very, very excited to get into the Beat the Heat update. It'll be really fun. Looks like a great addition overall to the game. Should be really fun. A lot of new, really cool build pieces being added. A lot of good stuff. Good things we've all been waiting for. Good content overall. Not the biggest update, of course. It was like slightly larger scale than like the actual update, but I think more importantly, what I'm really excited about is the fact that they're like fixing a bunch of issues that I've found to be really annoying for a long time. So like the patch notes alone really excite me about the new update. There or there? What am I doing? Oh, gosh dang it. Yeah, it should be the further one. I don't know what those walls are. Base is a hot dog stand and can't take the tube down. These things cleaned up finally. There's always something to fix. Dwarven City can wait, or can it? Can it wait though? I need to see a Dwarven City. I haven't seen a Dwarven City since Luderath built his, and I need more. You know? Yeah, very happy with how this is starting to turn out. It's finally coming together. That's going to be annoying. It's going to come together a lot quicker, too, once we get up past all these leaves and stuff. Oh, so close. Nope. I don't even know how I landed in there. I remember I always had trouble with crop saves with updates. You finally fixed it? Oh, that's good.
No. Corrupted, yeah. Those are always the worst. It's also why I don't do PTV stuff. When I'm mega building, it's just not worth. It's just never worth the risk, feels like. Not that there's like any guarantee by any means that things are gonna get corrupted, but it always just seems like the risk is not worth the upside. It's like the first day, it was like Tiny Pirate tried to play on his world, and it just literally just wouldn't work. So I ended up having to do a multiplayer world with a friend to do any of the content, and I'm like, yeah, that's just not fun. I prefer not dealing with that. There's a half wall here I need to place. There. Or full wall. Doesn't really matter. Oh, okay. Well, maybe it does matter. 2 copies of Grounded, and one would update, and the other would try to boot up and then crash. That's crazy. That would do it, though. How did you have 2 copies of it? I used to have one on, like, Xbox. Yeah, so I'd have Game Pass, and then I had Steam, but that was just so I could, like, film easier. But it was too much of a hassle to continue. Decided to avoid it in this go around. Only really works if you have the handy net anyways. Kind of sucks otherwise. It's only good for time lapses. External hard drives. Yeah, I think I keep backups of my worlds on an external hard drive, but I don't keep the game itself on the external hard drive. Is the way I typically do it. Not that that's necessarily better or worse, that's just the way I've always run it. Seems to work well. Because really all I care about is, since my game's on Steam, don't have to worry about it. Game on internal saves would go to external copies. Oh. Yeah, I do a manual copy of my save is typically what I do, which I probably should be doing here soon, now that I think about it. Remind me tomorrow at 8 a.m. to make a copy of my Grounded world. Yeah, same thing with that I do in Enshrouded for my Mega Build world, is I just copy it over after a save. But on that, I have I use Steam Cloud saves for Grounded, so I think it's kind of redundant to make the world copies go to an external hard drive, or even just to copy them to an external hard drive. But I find that it doesn't hurt having another backup. But as long as you have Steam Cloud saves on, then you're fine. Because then you can always just download Steam again, as long as you have your account info. But to run the resource worlds that I ran on Enshrouded, to be able to load those up all the time, I then just always had to save a file off for those. Starting to look really good. It's always so satisfying when a build all comes together. It feels open but not empty. Looks great. Thank you, man. Yeah, it's really, this room's really coming together. Well, I mean, it feels sad because the rest of it really needs some work, but to have a good base, I need a really good functioning crafting area. So it feels good to have that space coming together finally, because then we can build better, we can build easier, it's easier to get around and stuff. So all around, it's better. It's coming. We have a lot of work to do in here to get this to look nice, but I have some
larger, ridiculous ideas that I would need to think through for this space. On Steam, you have a backup file, right? Yeah, just Steam clouds. But I also save off a file every once in a while, just in case. That I keep on an external hard drive, specifically. Just to be safe. Trying to think through more details that I may or may not want to do in here. 390 hours into Grounded 2. Nice. What does Steam say? 563 hours. It's surprising, but I only really play when I'm streaming, so it makes sense. Yeah, it's coming together. Really liking it. It's just open enough that it doesn't feel like crowded or clogged, but enough detail that it's finally starting to feel like busy enough. I'm very happy with how it's coming together now. Chandelier feels like it was very needed. It does feel a little weird that the chandelier's floating currently, but I don't know if you can necessarily tell to the point that that really matters visually, because it just looks cool, which was the main goal. About to hit the 900-hour mark, yeah. I played a lot more off-stream back in the day. That was a big part of it. But I've kind of held myself to saying, like, if I'm going to play this game for years to come, the only way I'm not going to burn myself out is by not playing all the time. Like, if I do what I used to do, I'm going to get burnt out to the point where I'll have days where I'm just not, a month or two where I just didn't stream because I was just so burnt. And so now I try to hold myself to a slightly reduced amount of playtime, which seems to work really well. It's a good way to do it. Haven't played since the Halloween update. Dang. But you got other games to play. Nothing wrong with playing other games. That also is a big factor in not burning yourself out. It's very easy to burn yourself out of a game by just playing too much of it. Other games to play, so you get a nice little variety, yeah. Like for me, that's what I do is if I'm not streaming, I'm playing like Slay the Spire 2 is in early access, which I have a lot of fun. It's a very relaxed game. Fun game to just like chill and play off stream sort of stuff. I enjoy the mental challenge of that game a lot. And then I play like a Pokemon game or play something on my Switch, or every once in a while I used to play like Hogwarts Legacy, just like random not building games typically is what I try to do off stream. Because if I build too much, then that's where I get burnt out. Took a little break the last 3 weeks, but with the update coming out and the patches, builds, making myself grind and grind builds as much as possible. Nice. Ton of Slay the Spire on your phone. Yeah, I freaking love that game. Such a good game. I have the first game on my Switch, which I absolutely love. Is like such a good mobile game. Like handheld game, not mobile. I mean, I'm sure it's good on mobile too, but I really, really like having that on my Switch. So I'm hoping that it eventually comes to the Switch and not just the Switch 2, because I love having that game on my Switch. I've played a lot of Slay the Spire 1 on my Switch over the years. But now, Slay the Spire 2 only being on Steam, I'm okay playing on my computer, but just means I need a Steam Deck eventually. Modded Minecraft, factory game, then Stardew with the girl. That's awesome. I love Stardew. It's a great game. Haven't played it in a long time, but it was very fun when I did. Of a very old world with my wife. But she's obsessed with reading now, so she hasn't been gaming. She's found some books she really enjoys, so... Which is fine. I don't typically have time to game other games all that much anyways. Steam Games, Vintage Story, and Expedition 33. Where do you get your lint? At the picnic table? I just go to every location, so the picnic table is a great spot. Then, really good spot is on the teddy bear here. There's a couple good locations here. I typically avoid the scarecrow, but this one here, there's like 3 lint spots. There's a glove in the pumpkin patch, just on the bottom like level of it that I go to as well, which tends to be a pretty good location for it. Really gonna have to think through detail work in this area. So I don't want this to just feel like an extension of the lower chests, so it looks like a crafting room. Like, I really want these to like stand out, but maybe that just becomes like just a more simplified single chest look, so it's more prominent. Maybe you get like just one chest per shelf, since we really don't have that many subscribers to show off in Hollow Builders redemptions and all that stuff. Make it a little bit more fancy, but then it's like it needs more detail. Wish I could put these like right in the center. Armor stands looking down below. Well, these are just gonna be chests showing off the names. If you could put a name on an armor dummy, that would be something, but since you can't put a name on it, it doesn't really have the same effect. Feels bad for like the lower level though. So you do like one chest per maybe? Like realistically, what? How many do we have? 36. 36 standard, and then well, not even like 31, 4. So 32 standard, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have like 40 chests total that we have to make in this space as of right now. We need room for growth, of course. So that's not quite enough, probably, with one per thing. Maybe for like the master builder side, potentially. We did like that might work for the master builder side, and then maybe a slightly more overly designed, more compact area for these or something. Gotta cram them in a bit. Wizard Tower going in each direction. I mean, we won't have any wizards towers, but we will have cool side towers. Oh yeah, I forgot I wanted to maybe change this design as well down here. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think through some of this over the next evening. Look up some images to inspire me a little bit. I did really like Grimm's design I saw. I was thinking of maybe how I could implement something utilizing something similar to what he had done. Yeah, like stacked. Not even sure how he did it. I'll have to mess around with it, but find the Grimm technique. Just some type of detail additions? I don't know. Give me some Pinterest ideas. I may need them. Do a how-to video if you want. I mean, it may not hurt. I don't know if I want to like copy it per se, but I just want something to like show, to highlight these a little bit better, I guess, is the way I'm currently thinking. It's just how. The vase was just an interesting like idea that I liked. But I mean, like something like this could be interesting with like mushroom or pumpkin potentially. And we could do like one master chest per thing or something. Run! Dandelion tuft. Eject. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to find a way to design that into this base. The escape route. But I don't currently know, like, is it vases? Is there something else I can think of that might be a better option? Who knows what it will be? It's like, because I want it to fit the overall kind of similar design, but I also don't like have the lower area of the crafting space. Like, I want them to look good together since they are sort of vertically connected. Thank you, knife. I saw those come through. So they're like vertically connected, so they are semi-similar, but I also don't want them to be just like carbon copies of each other. Like they need, for the Hall of Subscribers, like it has to be a little bit more elevated, which is why I like that the like torch thing in the center is sort of a great addition, like a little more elevated, interesting visual design than just like the chandelier below. So it works well for that. But we have to step it up a notch for the entire Hollow Builders area, which I have to think through some stuff.
Don't die. Dang, things are sniping. I swear, they do not miss. No gold cards. I'm making a gold card. That does look cool, Knife. I do like that. Making a gold card emote. That should be done in the next week or so. Usually takes 3 days for the first iteration to be done with the Fiverr person I use. And then we go through a couple rounds of revisions, and then they're done, and I can get them added to the channel. Got a gold card emote coming, which is fun since we added, so it's like a gold card but a Pokemon theme at the same time. Just very fitting for the Pokemon stuff we've been doing on the channel and talking about all the time. My obsessions. But also fits with like me being frustrated because I can never get any gold cards, so it gives us something to celebrate with it, which is fun. It's both grounded and Pokemon. And then the Patrick with a board nailed to his head holding a hammer, because like that's perfect, but it'll be the Timber the dog emote, similar to what we've had. And then working on Pinhead Larry, Dirty Dan and Pinhead Larry emote, but I'm not sure how that one's going to... I'm not sure how I feel about that one in terms of it. We're doing some SpongeBob memes for emotes since we had a donation last week for it, but might have to mess around with it. We'll see. It's really hard to make them like thematically fit what we're doing. Like imagination is perfect like that Knife. Like that fits because it's easy to replace it one for one. The board nailed to Patrick's head with the hammer is like easy because you can swap it, but like Pinhead Larry and Dirty Dan is though a hilarious meme. I'm not sure if it's going to translate very well, so I'm interested to see what their first like rendition is going to be. Because like Pinhead, like the dog doesn't have a pinhead, but Patrick does have a pinhead, so it's like a much better fit. So I don't know if I might have to pick a different one, but I don't know which one to do. I had a list of a bunch of ideas, but I was like, none of them really like fit as well as I would like. So we'll have to see. But I'm excited for them. Excited for a couple more emotes for you guys. We have quite a few slots, so might have to get some more made as I come up with ideas. Alright, it is 11 o'clock here, so I am going to call it for the night, though. Appreciate everyone hanging out. Feels like we got a decent amount done. Got a good start. Took a little bit of time to get this thing working, but very happy with how this room's coming together now. But I appreciate everyone hanging out for the night. If you're not part of our Discord, make sure to join it. I will be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, doing more build stuff. Most likely we'll be streaming Friday night as well, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I've been enjoying Thursdays off. I will be probably at a dinner with my family for my son's birthday on Friday, so I may be a little after 7 p.m. for Friday. Just depends on how things go, but likely we'll stream a little bit later at the same time since it's Friday, which allows for it, so I don't have to get up early. But hope everyone has a great rest of their night. Thank you guys all for hanging out. Knife, thank you for the gifted subs, by the way. Appreciate you, man. You were amazing. But I hope everyone has a great night, and I will catch you tomorrow. Peace.